Can you hear me?
Can you hear this?
Closer to the mic. On Amber Lynn, you were way down there. I think
That one. That was because the mic was because I had to hold it each time.
Are we sponsoring Great Value Spring Water here?
Yeah.
Camera.
Why not?
Cheap.
So anyway,
It thirsts me, quenches it.
Justin's playing with his fucking Snapchat filters. I don't.
It's not Snapchat filters. It's
Yeah,
our live
Snapchat
filter.
filters.
I have a joke, but I'm not gonna.
I'm gonna spit in this when Todd's not looking, and then you be sure.
What's
to...
your joke? I want to hear it. Does it have
No.
to do with JOI?
I don't even know what JOI is, but the
Justin-
conversations afterwards.
So?
I
Justin,
guess this is more of like your grinder app kind of thing.
So Justin explained. No, Justin explained
explained it
JOI
one
to
time,
us
and now
one
apparently
time.
I
and
like,
so apparently it's porn videos where the female actress
Or
male, I
male
guess, I don't
or
know.
male.
The actor or actress coaches you through taking care of yourself and tells you when to do stuff, when you can.
It's popular right now.
Is
To
it?
who?
So yeah, it's
Justin.
mainstream. So he's
Do my
into it.
research.
Now that I 100% believe.
Well, earlier he was like,
yeah.
he's like, I've only done it a few times. It's like you need it more than once.
He's like, I didn't know what I
Todd,
was
even though I've
doing.
never read the Bible, you're completely
Hey,
wrong.
listen.
and my
He's like-
porn is right.
He's like, I couldn't remember the instructions.
Yeah, at 10 years old, I didn't need any instructions.
You remember that Beavis and Butthead episode where they forgot how to pee?
No.
No.
That kind of reminds me of that. That's a good episode.
Oh,
'Cause
I'm
then
sure it is.
They're like, and then they try to ask their coach, like, how do we pee? And he's trying to describe it, and then he forgets how because he's like, because he can't describe it. He's like, you just, oh, and then there's like, wait, how do you do that?
Wow.
Oh, geez.
Are we live yet?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's been live.
Mother effer. Is
still
that
wanna
good
hear.
lighting?
Oh, goddamn.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Honestly, a little lower.
A lot lower. There you go.
That's probably. You
Yeah,
can
right
probably
there.
pop it back
Pop
up.
it
Well,
one
hey, no,
up.
no, no,
Bring
no,
it
no,
back.
no,
Pop it
no,
up,
no,
pop it
no,
up.
no, no, no,
Pop it
no,
up.
don't.
Why?
Oh,
I
man.
like vision.
I don't.
Anything
Put
brighter.
on some fucking
any-
sunglasses.
It's
They're in my
good-
car.
It's
Good
good
car.
for the.
What?
They're in my car.
I could get them.
Got my sunglasses.
I have them.
Just,
I'm agreeing with you. I'll put them on. Like, I don't understand why you're making fun of me. This is what I'm talking about. I'm like, okay, like I can see your side of things, and you're like, oh, Todd's so old.
Hey,
he
Jeff-
Alex Jones, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Jim Jones
Justin,
over here.
Justin, what are you drinking over there?
Nothing. I'm not drinking this.
Why aren't you drinking that?
Because
Why'd you get it out if you're not
Why
going to
did,
drink
yeah,
it?
why did you get it
I'm gonna
out?
drink it in a minute,
God, you're like a fucking child.
All those cups laying around. You're grounded.
and so I
Yeah.
don't have to get up.
Ground
like,
him.
Hey,
Ground him.
hey guys, I've never seen Justin with so much foresight to get himself an extra drink so he doesn't have to interrupt and get up. So like
That's
let's-
true.
Let's take it easy on him from that one.
All right. And I've also never seen Justin with so much foreskin.
So much foreskin.
Chad.
Well, you know the instructions tell you to take that off.
So anyway, let's
Welcome
get
to another
started.
episode of the Pop Punk Pizza Party podcast, live from the Barn Studio, presented by Pop Punk AF, sponsored by BetterHelp.com/The Barn and Fire.
Yeah.
And my beard is once again
He said his butt.
My-
He said his butt.
my beard is once again sponsored by Simo Beard Oil.
Bud is sponsored by Simo Bud Oil.
So if you go on our Patreon, you can
Baby
see
smooth.
his asshole and Simo beard oil working really well.
Go to our website.
We don't have a website.
We
or
do have a
Patreon.
website.
I'm not advertising that.
I'm gonna put his asshole behind a paywall though.
yeah.
I mean,
nobody should have to pay to see that.
That's true. You're gonna have to pay not
hang
to
on.
see it.
Hang on. Yeah, the reverse OnlyFans.
Yeah,
effect.
yeah, I like it.
That's how I make my money.
That's a cookie I'm not accepting.
You want to see me naked? Yeah, that's right. You don't. You better pay up.
I like it. I like it.
I'm a very hairy man, except for my head.
Justin, did you not hear the rule last night of we button all the way up?
Yeah,
That was what that whole meeting was about.
yeah. The whole thing, Justin. No one wants to see that.
Oh,
God. The only thing you're missing is that dumbass hat.
His grandma gardening hat. Yeah.
It's a
Yes.
fucking fedora, y'all.
No. Fedoras are like a lot smaller and like zoot suits.
Yeah.
You know.
So I challenged him on this one day, and he did correct me, and he said it's still considered a fedora. I Googled it, and it is true.
Just a gay
So-
fedora.
It is
Apparently-
it is a fedora. The thing that people traditionally call a fedora, typically the most popular version of a fedora.
So I'm surprised you didn't wear that one then. You didn't wear the mainstream fedora. He wore the other kind. The what?
What is my hat called?
Baseball
fit?
hat. Oh, Flex Fit. Yeah, there would be Flex Fit.
Mine's a snapback.
What?
Or just a ball cap.
Mine's a snapback golf hat.
Mine's a snapback mesh, I guess.
Yeah.
Mesh back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Anyway, hat talk.
yeah.
Keith, you got any highlights of the week?
I do. It's kind of good or bad, but so Cove and I drove out to Kansas this
For
weekend
fucking nothing.
for the race. Yeah. So we got there real early, so you could, Denny Hamlin was supposed to be at the Toyota display and everything, and I was like, we're gonna take him there early. I got him a shirt as soon as we came in there because it was actually cold. But he wanted to go inside to change because he had to change in the bathroom and put on a shirt. So we missed Denny Hamlin.
What's the Denny Hamlin?
He's a racer. He's his favorite racer.
It's actually item number 3 at Denny's.
So, yes, you are correct. It's next to the moon's over my hand.
It is. It is.
Is this a real thing, or are you guys effing with me?
No, we're effing
He's a
with
race
you.
car driver.
Yeah. So it's Cope's favorite driver.
I meant the Denny's.
Oh, I mean, they do have a moons over my hammy.
Yeah, that's true. So anyway, so got him that, and then we didn't even make it back to Denny Hamlin talking or whatever. So but we went in, and we're sitting there, and they opened the gates to the track, which you usually have to get ticket for. And then some guy walks up to us and is like, "Hey, do you guys want to go on the track?" And we're like, "Okay." So he hands us 2 tickets, which was super nice. I don't know who that guy is. If
Oh,
for
yeah.
some random reason he's listening, like, you made my kid's day. So we did. We got to go see the cars. We got on pit road and walked the track and shit. And it was a lot. It was really cool. But then about an hour before the race was supposed to start, which we'd already been there for 3-4 hours, starts raining. So and I don't know if you guys know this, but you can't race in the rain.
You can.
There's no
you can.
wipers.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
All over the place.
So how did I get here to the barn today?
So you cannot NASCAR. Yours is built a little different. They don't have wipers.
I mean, I turned so many directions.
NASCAR doesn't have
like-
Ford Escapes.
Okay, yeah, but they're going
So-
like
Yeah, they have.
And
200
they're going
miles an
fast, and the
hour.
track is wet, right? So they can't
Dang,
do
I
that.
don't
So
know
they
much
pushed
about
everything back.
race cars, but
So
imagine like 200 miles an hour, right?
they get pretty fast.
I have no idea what Mumbles is saying over here.
So anyway,
Where are your headphones?
yeah.
Oh,
Oh, his live stream.
His
He's
live
got to have his
feed.
own personal live stream.
That's right.
So anyway, we went out to the car because he wanted to play Fortnite in between, but he got real bored. And I'm like looking at the weather, and I'm like, this thing is going to start for another 3 hours, and obviously it's a long drive. So I was like, hey, you want to wait it out or go home? And he's like, let's just start home. So by the time about 2 hours later, they started the race. We were 2 hours closer to home, but we stopped at Cheddar's in Columbia, and man,
Yeah, it looked real good.
that place is so good.
Is that Denny dude your favorite NASCAR man?
So my favorite is Tyler Reddick. I also am a fan of
Kyle
Denny
Busch.
Hamlin.
He likes his red dick.
Kyle Busch is funny. He's not one of my top guys, but
Which is the one that said like he hates black people or whatever. What was
he
that
didn't
one?
say that. He just said the N word. That was Kyle Larson.
Yeah.
Well, he-
Uh,
I mean, okay.
no. I mean, no. So
Same thing. but-
no, I'm not saying that was okay or anything like. But I'm saying
I
like
feel like you're condoning it.
but like context, I think is a little different than that.
No, he didn't. He would never say that.
no,
he just
no,
said
no.
the N-word. That's it.
No,
Piece of
so-
shit if you're the best.
so
at
if
what you do,
if you look it up, honestly, he's had the best seasons ever since coming back from that. But if you look it up, like he just says it weirdly, and it wasn't. And again, I'm not condoning or
like he
saying that was okay.
Enunciated it weird.
But like, no, I just sound like it's weird. He's like, "Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?" And then that's what he did. It was like iRacing because it was during COVID and shit. But yeah, it was weird. But now he doesn't have any sponsors, but Hendrick's cars is funny. But anyway, so we drove back, got some cheddars, had some meatloaf, fucking fantastic. Yeah, and then we made it home.
Meatloaf's
You
a
know,
good band,
like
too.
10:30 Sunday night. Went to work the next day. But yeah, you didn't get to see the race, which was unfortunate, not even a little bit. So, but we are going to St. Louis in less than a month. So
For NASCAR?
Yeah.
Cool. Cool.
But it was a fun trip. It was a fun boys trip, you know? But he gets bored easy, so that wasn't fun. Yeah.
All right.
That was my week.
What are you looking up there, buddy?
Would you rather questions for later?
You've been
Looking at-
this
he's
for a
looking
long
up-
time.
I know. I'm trying to.
He's looking up
We don't have a guest on.
JOI.
We got some time.
Well, we had the event out at Benny's on Saturday.
yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah,
It
no,
was
I mean,
fun.
Oh, I wasn't there.
so
I feel bad for feeling this.
I did enjoy myself. I enjoyed the interview
For
with
feeling
Benny.
what?
Feeling this.
Why do you feel bad for feeling what?
Anyway,
He did- it took
so
forever to
you know,
No, I
they,
got it. I was
they were
just-
having their 6th
why?
anniversary party, and so we came out to MC that event. Got rained out right after sound check, but we had some decent pizza.
Oh, it was great pizza.
It was good. I really liked that taco pizza. That was a good
that
pizza. That crab rangoon was
I
good
liked
too.
it. Yeah,
You know
crab
what
rangoon
good
was
taco
awesome.
pizza that I had today?
What's
that
that?
fired Nacho Libre.
Oh yeah, that was.
But you know what was even better? That cream corn pizza.
Yeah,
I fucking love that shit.
yeah. That's not cream corn.
You know what I mean?
Street corn.
Yeah, fuck you, Chris. Excuse me for
Anyway.
trying to fucking
Hey,
light
I
up
mean,
your
he
He got
asshole right
confused
now.
because he creamed his pants whenever
Look,
he had it. So
Look, I
Listen,
hit
Are
the
they
elephant
are they
button.
attacking you for you giving them information and education?
no,
Yes,
no,
yes.
he's being a
I
dick about
understand.
it.
Oh, I understand
I was
your
just
pain,
saying, hey,
Chris.
hey,
No,
look,
he was
look,
being a dick.
Look, if we're gonna talk about my
See,
menu
Todd
items,
does like water.
if
love
we're gonna talk about my menu items, I just want them to be said
I mean,
correctly.
I apologize
Gina,
for that,
I mean,
but
you
there
don't
was
have
no
to
need for
apologize.
that. There was no need for that.
Chad.
I just said street corn because you
There's
said
no need
cream
for
corn,
that.
and that's a totally different
Yeah,
thing.
I know. It was an accident, okay? I'm trying to fucking
Oh,
gas your
boy.
goddamn pizzas up,
Anyway,
and then you're gonna fucking shit
me-
on me
let me
like
get
this.
back.
That's pretty fucking expensive.
let me get
And
the-
I'm
let me-
still using that gas for his pizza.
All right, so we went there. We got some free merch, some free food. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was all pretty fucking.
Benny gave us a tour of the place, showed us how how they do their thing there, and it's a pretty neat setup. And the place was packed.
Did you get any ideas?
No,
No, are you saying you do it better than he does?
I'm not saying that, but
I don't know. It sounds like
No,
you're
a
kind of
lot of the
saying
stuff
that.
that
no,
he
I
does,
mean,
like-
it's much different. It's much different than
Chris's
what we
style
do.
is
You can't compare the pizzas because they're two different types.
Yeah.
Some of the
No,
stuff that they do there, like you could.
I'm just doing what I did to the weed guys the other day.
it was very solid
I know what
pizza.
you're
It was very solid pizza. His flavor combinations were awesome.
Hey, Alexa.
We
Hey
you
Todd,
can't
can you
say that
switch
word.
Justin? Like,
because of the
Um,
barn.
hey Todd.
Yeah.
Hey,
Anyway.
can you start switching Justin so I don't have to stare at him while I'm trying to look at you guys while you're talking?
Anyway, so yeah, so we
Eat my whole ass.
so
Yeah, when
fe-
you know.
feeling okay. Fuck me.
Whoa, I don't want
so,
to.
I mean, while you're
feeling
at it,
this-
I guess.
Go shut the fuck up.
I'm listening, Chris.
Y'all finished?
Not yet. Keep
so
going.
Anyway,
I haven't yet.
Feeling This did their sound check, and we interviewed Benny right after the sound check,
Whoa.
and then they were going to, they were going to play after our interview. And as soon as we were done with that, it started downpouring, and so it was a
like
race.
today?
Yeah, it
Was
was
Justin okay? Because I know he was pretty worried today.
so.
So I was
We,
just making
I
sure.
I was worried about us not.
Todd and
being
I,
able to
T-
record
Todd
because
and
of
I did all we
power.
could to save your equipment so it didn't get ruined.
Hey, I appreciate that.
No,
Um,
we did
We did.
do
I
everything.
had to save the laptop,
Justin, you were chomping it up with Alexa.
Yeah,
but I grabbed the laptop.
after we got
Shielded it from the
Yeah.
rain. Yes.
Like the,
You're right.
the
like,
music speaker?
No, like the laptop there.
Oh.
But we saved your stuff too. The
I
music,
appreciate it.
The PA, everything.
Thanks.
But yeah, then we drove back in the rain for an hour and a half, and that was pretty much that. I did try Jack in the Box's new double bacon smash burger.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
Smash that burger.
first of all, they don't know what a smash burger is because this was the thickest burger they offered. Like it was very thick. It was not a smash burger. So I go through the drive-through. I order it. It's like $11 just for the sandwich.
ridiculous.
Which I don't mind spending money on good food. I've said that before. However, I want my order to be right if I'm going to be paying top dollar for what it is. And so I'm the only person in the drive-through. I order this double bacon smash burger, and they hand it to me. And then I go, Keith.
Was it double bacon and double burger, or was it just like a double burger with bacon on it?
Double burger with bacon.
Okay, I was just curious.
But that's not even what they handed me.
just had to clear it up.
So I'm that's their only order, right? And so I'm they've got to see that on the screen, and
I think.
you'd think, and then they hand me my thing, my my burger, and
Such a pervert.
I pull up to the I pull up into their parking lot to eat it
pervert.
before I go
Oh yeah,
go shopping,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, for sure.
And I pull this thing out, and and it's a single version with no bacon of their smash burger. And
Oh,
I'm like,
those pieces of shit.
well, I'm like, fuck, I just paid $12 after tax for this, fucking burger. I want it to be right. So I go in and I'm nice to him about it because, I mean, people make mistakes. But at the same time, like, it's the only order they had. Like, it shouldn't have been wrong. They shouldn't have been able to hand me somebody else's burger or whatever. And so I go in and tell him, he's like, yeah, it's going to be 7 minutes, whatever. So I'm like, yeah, that's cool. He's like, what car are you in? I tell him. He brings it out. And by that time, I had already eaten the original one because I was fucking starving. I hadn't eaten all day. And I was like, well, I'll just save this one for dinner. And the original one, it was good. But it definitely wasn't a smash burger. Definitely wasn't what I ordered. And I just thought it was another example of fast food, poor customer service, and I will not be buying that again.
I feel
So
like
can I go back to where you said you don't mind
Smash?
spending? No, you don't mind spending, money on good food. But yet the oxymoron is you went to Jack in the Box.
Well,
That's like
I
the
like-
world's
it's
best
like-
shitty
well,
food,
so-
though.
That is
no.
the worst of the worst
That's
of the
the- I
worst.
don't agree.
They-
Taco Bell's
they
the
took
worst.
Away,
Yeah.
They took away everything. Taco Bell's the best.
no,
Taco Bell's the fucking worst.
I'm surrounded by white women.
I can rant up.
J-Box
You're the one that
is
likes Taco
white
Bell.
women.
Taco
love
Bell,
Taco
yeah,
Bell.
Taco Bell is white women. Taco
Oh,
Bell's still
man.
good, but like
No, it
J-Box
isn't.
all
No,
day.
it
because
isn't
you
even
think-
good
you
anymore.
You think Mexican around here is better than Taco Bell, and it's not.
Absolutely.
It is.
No,
Absolutely.
it is not. It is catered.
You ever been to Lalo's?
Lawless?
That place
Wow.
Ever
rocks.
been to La
Lalo's?
Pachanga?
Not
Yeah.
fair of that.
La
Yes, I have.
Pachanga's
Pachanga's
way better
great.
than Taco Bell.
No.
Oh, it's
Old Top-
fantastic.
Old
Okay,
Top
well,
is
anyway,
better.
we're not going to change your mind on that. So,
No, he's done his
no,
research.
My point was, I don't mind spending money on food, whether it's from a fast food establishment or anywhere else. I don't mind paying for their top tier thing
As
or
long as you
whatever.
get what you pay
as long
for.
as I get what I pay for, and hopefully it's good.
I feel the same way about hookers.
Yeah, right. So anyway,
Yeah, they didn't.
anyway, yeah, it was just another terrible experience at a fast food establishment around here.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's I think that's pretty much my highlights for the week. Fucking prepped a bunch on Monday because this week was prep heavy. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, what about you, Justin?
For me,
I was so busy. I worked 90 hours.
no, I didn't work that many hours, but I have been insanely busy. But
You were mowing your lawn all week.
yeah, literally all week. I got a rotary
Justin's
mower.
using a pair of scissors.
Yeah,
pretty much. I
essentially.
got a rotary mower, right? And I got this big yard, and I underestimated it because I haven't had a yard this big before. And
That's what she said.
Boom.
and well, like I get off like late, right?
Ew.
So I only get
Not me.
Never had
Hang
that
on.
problem.
Yeah.
What time?
shut the fuck up, like 6:30, 7 o'clock almost. So
you're
like
off
I only
late.
get like an hour and a half to 2 hours of daylight, pretty much still. Yeah.
Run
and
faster.
That rotary, it's probably gonna take like 5 hours a week to mow, like the whole thing. Well, where it's at now, because it got kind of tall before I moved in, so it.
So you're
No,
just
I
being like
wasn't on top of it
environmentally
already.
conscious, or
You should probably just get a sickle.
It's cheaper. I wanted to work out, and I just figured, yeah, it's more environmentally conscious, so why not?
Hmm.
It was kind of a combination of things.
Okay.
Gas costs money.
I mean, you're right, but
It-
Things
it's
cost
just
stuff.
cheaper.
That's right,
Ooh,
Chris. Things
yeah.
cost
Things
stuff.
cost stuff.
I think I'll probably still end up getting a motor one and keep it around and use it.
motor one.
A motored. Well, it doesn't have a motor, so it's motored.
A gas mower?
Yes, a gas mower, and keep it around for whenever I don't have the time. Like I don't have the time this fucking week, so
If you get a gas mower, you're never going to have the time to mow it with. a
No,
rotary
yeah,
mower.
you just like throw that thing away because you're never
Yeah,
gonna use it again.
Yeah, you'll
You're
never.
be like, fuck that
I
thing.
might at least use
Dude,
it.
last year I bought a brand new push mower.
Uh-huh.
I used it once, and then I've been paying my neighbor ever since to mow my grass. because I don't
That's
fucking
what I
wanna
need to do
it.
right now is pay like a neighbor or something.
Yeah, I'd get a different mower if they're gonna use that.
Hello, neighbor.
Right before I was about to go out and start mowing with the rotary mower, I had 2 kids walk up with a push mower and be like, "Hey, do you want us to mow your yard, your front yard for like $10?" And I'm like,
You're like, I mow lawns around here, boy.
like
front
if it was
yard
my
is-
whole
Your
yard,
front yard's the size of my foot.
yeah, I was like, if it was my whole yard, I would think about paying you like $20 or something like that. But
20
I
bucks.
was about ready to go mow it anyway myself. Like,
$20. You were only gonna pay him $20 to
They
mow
were
that
going to
yard.
take like 20 minutes, and
in
he took
2002, I mowed my grandma's lawn for $20.
yeah, I'd do it for like $40.
I will mow your yard for $40, and I'm right there. I live right next to you, and I do, as an adult, own a motored
Yeah,
lawnmower.
Well, you know
gas
what?
one?
I have
A
it in
gas one.
place where
A
I
motored.
needed a single mower.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You literally live next to me. You see that mower at my house every time you come over. Hello, Todd. Your neighbor here.
he
Can you
doesn't
mow my
know
lawn?
how to use it.
The mower or the phone?
Either one. No, he knows how to use the phone
I know how to use
to
them.
run lives. What?
I know how to use a mower.
Say ruin
Do you?
lives.
Oh,
Yeah,
mean
that
use the
too.
phone?
What?
You mean use the phone?
No, I'm at the mower.
I don't know how to use a mower.
Like, what do I do?
I just never thought to be like, hey, can I borrow your mower?
Hey Todd, can I borrow your mower?
Of course you can.
Can you use it though? On my lawn?
If I can use your phone for my phone calls, you can use my
Yeah,
mower
deal.
for your yard.
Deal.
Right? Is that what we're going with?
Yeah, I mean, I like it.
If you T my mobile,
I'll T-Mobile you any day.
all right.
All you gotta do is come in.
Game.
He's already
Game
T-Mobile
on.
me.
Yeah.
I should be getting some kickbacks. I've sent you like 3 customers.
Have you?
Yeah.
They haven't mentioned you. Your mom did.
Oh, it's that,
mother-in-law?
that Domino's
I
guy.
don't
sent
remember
me
your
over here.
mother-in-law coming in.
My mom didn't come in. I know. Oh, she did. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So my mom, my mother-in-law, my buddy Jimmy, all 3 of them.
Mike Watson
don't
is
remember.
watching but couldn't show up. What the hell, bro?
Wow, you
Wow,
don't
way
have
to
to be a
dime him
dick
out.
about it.
Yeah,
Damn.
dude. Wow.
Wow.
you don't know what he's got going on.
Yeah, what
Really?
the
Really
fuck?
don't,
Maybe
but
he
I just
accidentally
wanted to
clicked
know.
on it. Maybe it's not even him. What a dick.
He knows I love him.
I mean, you did before that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now he's
Yeah.
questioning it.
No.
Jeez.
man.
Jeez, Todd, how was your week?
Greg's on mine. Hey guys, if you're watching mine, go over
Oh,
to
here we go.
the Pop Punk Pizza Party podcast.
He's shouting
live
out to
stream.
his own live.
Yo.
During our own podcast. He shit. Hey, what's up, everybody?
JSTN.
JSTN here. I'm at this, I'm at this event. No big deal. So check out.
Yeah, they paid me to promote
Hey
this.
guys, I'm going home.
You always say that. You never do.
Okay.
what is that impression of?
Do the show without
Oh,
me,
I think it's
bitch.
from The Simpsons.
Is it the Simpsons guy? Was that Bart Simpson?
I think so.
It was Eric Cartman.
Was it?
Who's Eric
Wow.
Cartman?
No one could have
I know
told.
you know that.
Who's Eric Cartman?
I don't know.
No, the first time he did that, like I think we were doing an interview, and I was like, I don't know who that is, and he's like, you don't watch South Park, and I had him convinced for a while that
Yeah.
no, I didn't.
Oh man.
Greg says hi, Keith.
Oh,
You're
hey,
not
cutie.
even on. You're
There.
Are we
Yep.
talking about Gregory Camp?
yeah.
Yeah.
Greg, if
Welcome
you
back
go
to the third episode of the
the Pop Punk
JSTN
Pizza
Party
Party podcast,
podcast.
you'll actually
We're here sponsored by the Pop Punk Pizza Party podcast. My week was fine.
Yeah.
I really honestly don't remember anything, like, because nothing happened. Like, it was just a normal week. Very busy.
Oh, my kids
Very
had
busy
baseball
week.
games the other day. That was pretty cool.
T-ball.
No, Jordan plays baseball now,
Oh, okay.
and yeah, she got a hit,
Nice.
so it was really cool.
heck yeah.
And she was charging the ball. And
I'm getting there, Chad.
and yeah, so I'm gonna steal it first. That I talked
Oh,
to
I guess the
Ryan.
week's over. Go ahead, Keith.
I talked to Ryan from Yellow Card earlier, so that was pretty cool. Go ahead, Todd.
So I guess the highlight of my week was we got to talk to Ryan from Yellow Card today.
Yeah.
That was really the only eventful thing, which is that's fine with me because that was a
That was awesome.
pretty dope thing. Ryan was really cool, man, and I tried to read some like those comments, like that was funny. that
Yeah.
his viewers were commenting.
Yeah.
Hilarious. I don't know much about the Twitch, and I was trying to figure out a lot of stuff at
Yeah,
work.
I don't either.
Yeah, so
Where were you guys? You guys
I
weren't
was
here for
working. I
that.
was working as well.
Chris worked his one day of the week, so he's good. Justin was mowing his lawn still.
Listen, man.
working.
Listen. You don't get offered the hospital very often, and if I were to cancel on them, I could lose
I don't
that forever.
actually expect you to cancel.
So
your-
that's what I said. I said he couldn't go to the hospital ever again. Is what I
have
said.
rent
But
to
Yeah.
pay, so I have to work. Yeah.
oh, I have rent to pay. Well, not really rent, but the bank
You have a
likes me to pay
mortgage.
for it.
To pay, yeah.
Yeah.
You have a what to pay?
He has
A mortgage.
What's
He
that?
has a mortgage. I have
What do you pay?
rent.
What do you pay?
Are you going to pay it?
Because it worked, yes.
You are going to
if
pay
I
your
didn't,
rent.
if I didn't work, then I wouldn't be able to pay it.
You've
no.
worked all year.
Yeah, I worked all year.
How,
I don't know where we're going with this.
I don't know where we're going either.
you guys aren't going to. Never mind. So I know where I'm going with this, but never mind. So anyhow, Yellow Card interview was fantastic.
Can you continue going on? Because I'm like,
No.
I'm thinking of several. I'm gonna think about it the rest of the night.
No, and well, honestly, dude, like apparently the past 2 effing days, man, there's been a lot of like real dark jokes I've wanted to say but haven't said, and then some of the jokes I didn't think were that bad apparently were. So
we're a
then it
comedy
was
show,
no, we're not that type of comedy show. Some of the jokes I make are what I like to call off-camera jokes. They're for us, like they're not like offensive, but they're dark.
My whole Facebook is off-camera jokes.
You're yes, this is why I don't look at you on Facebook.
Whole
So
life is an off-camera joke. Justin.
Yeah, that's
Fair enough. It
true.
really is.
Anyway,
but no, man, like so you like they'll comment on like the group chat, and I'm like, oh, and it's like sometimes it's real hard because it's like, are you trying? Like, are you baiting me? Is it okay to make these jokes? And
You know-
so like I said, I have to, I guess, reassess my. Hey, that's not funny kind of thing. So, I'm gonna take a.
The way you
good-
talk about
Todd's
Justin's mom
walking
like
on
that, I didn't like
eggshells
it.
over here.
Like you know, she's a person. Don't talk about his mom that way.
Couldn't hear you, Justin. You don't have headphones.
Yeah, but we
Anyway.
draw the line at Frankie.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Yeah, we don't put up with that crap around
You know,
here.
Todd, you're really hard to read.
How?
And so,
How so?
like on in the group chat.
Yeah.
But
You're like my
Such-
handwriting.
okay.
Really hard to fucking
Can
read.
you explain further?
how you're hard to read on the group chat.
Yes.
Self burn.
I can't tell if you're upset about something sometimes or if you're just
Is it
kidding.
my lack of like exclamation
Emotion?
points and emojis and how I'm like
Start
very
using
emotional
hearts
in
or
real
something.
life, but like when I text, I'm very.
Yeah,
I don't know.
just
Not
well,
robotic,
okay,
but-
so like today, you're
Just
like,
in charge
or no, like the other day, I said, Keith's off on Wednesday, and you're like, fuck me, and I'm like,
No, because like everybody else was just like, hey, we got this cool interview, and everyone's like, Keith.
Listen,
But I'm
Todd.
just over here like,
hold on.
uh,
First of all,
and kind of like the other thing we were talking about the other day, where it's just like, oh, hey, we'll just do this, and then just like, oh, I guess I'll do it because no one else wants to do it,
So,
and I'm like
Todd-
over here in the corner like, oh, okay, well, I'll
So,
just
Todd.
keep smoking my drugs.
Todd,
Yes,
Todd.
Keith.
I wish everybody would be like Keith, because that
That's-
would be great.
I only say Keith,
Keith,
because I know.
but-
That's your
I-
God
listen,
complex.
hold
Yeah.
on. Let me finish my thought here. I know Keith's schedule. I don't know your schedule exactly. I don't know exactly what time you go into work, right? Because like you came to the truck a couple weeks ago and bought pizzas for everybody. What was that? Probably.
Todd, do you even work?
1:30, something like that.
No, I just mow my lawn.
But that was like 1:30 or something,
Oh,
right?
mine too.
It was probably about noon.
Okay, so it was noon, right? So that would lead me to believe that you would not be available on a Wednesday between 12 and 2.
I just figured you wouldn't because you're not the boss of your store like Keith is, or own your own business like Chris, so you don't really have control of your schedule like
It's-
I do. I don't have control of my schedule either.
Todd does whatever the fuck he wants. When he says, "Hey, I got to change the interview other card," I'm gonna fucking sacrifice some stuff and do it.
Well, anyway, so when you said, well, fuck me, then I'm like, well, why's he got his panties in a bunch? It wasn't nothing about you. It was just I know Keith's availability, so I said Keith should be off, right? So
He
you were
always
hard to
knows when
read
Keith
Well-
gets
in
off.
that point. Like, I couldn't tell if you were joking
didn't
or
hear
if
you.
you were just being...
Said Chris
dick
always
about it.
knows when
These
you
are
get
off-camera
Yeah, that's true.
conversations.
Okay.
These are definitely some
Okay.
off-camera conversations.
Well, no, I mean, that's what I'm saying is
Uh,
I don't know if you're hard, or like you're hard to read for me because of that. I don't know if you're joking or if you're being like serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I'll explain a lot of that in some off-camera
Okay, that's fine. That's
conversations.
Shit, bring on the off-camera conversations. We need more shit to talk about it.
No, we don't.
we
We
have a
literally
guest.
have a whole gimmick of what our podcast is. We talk about pizza
Pizza,
and pop punk.
pop
Speaking of which,
Yes.
we're gonna do the fired review.
I already did it.
You did.
That
The creamed corn pizza was
Fuck
probably
you,
my
Todd.
favorite.
fuck you, Todd. It was street
That's true
corn.
Mine was still the Nacho Libre, but
No, Keith, don't
Just
do
called
that.
it Libra.
Mm-hmm.
Nacho Libre.
Libre.
He just thought you gave it a sign.
Thanks, Chris Dunlap.
Oh.
Oh boy, yeah, that was
Boy.
real good. Those pizzas, what were on them? They were
guess-
really good.
Oh yeah, so the Nacho Libre, that's so I get the Lunch Lady taco seasoning, the homemade taco seasoning they make, and I season my nacho cheese sauce with it, and then we do mozzarella Colby Jack, and then I use that same seasoning on the beef because it's fucking killer, and then we do some Cholula hot sauce, some jalapenos, pico de gallo, and nacho cheese Doritos, and it's a fucking killer pizza because
Oh, yeah,
our
it
pico is insanely good.
It is really good.
It is
Yeah. And if you
and
use
then-
Texas Pete on that, I might. That might have
So
been number
I
one.
thought about bringing Texas Pete just for that, but no. And then the street corn is we make like a chipotle sauce for the base, and then it gets mozzarella, corn with cilantro mixed into it, and then bacon and a chili lime mayo drizzle,
which is really
and then
fucking good.
and then it gets Parmesan cheese
and corn.
and corn. I did say
From-
corn.
I don't
said-
know if you said it or
I said
not. It was
corn.
just like
That was the part where I said with cilantro,
and
like mixed in.
I'm sure you did. I
I
just
did.
wanted
No,
to
I
specify
did.
that there is
You're
corn
sure,
on
and
it.
I did. Okay.
Whoa, Chris, I'll just go fuck myself, huh?
You probably should. anyway.
If any of
But
us,
yeah, those were my favorites. The Nacho Libre.
Well, you're wrong.
Where are you at, Todd?
Mine's Nacho Libre still.
I didn't actually have a slice.
Oh, you didn't have any
What?
of them?
No, well, you guys got me on my little rants. Alex,
Oh,
yeah,
shit,
you guys
yeah.
got me on my little Alex Jones rants there,
true.
as you would probably say.
Alex Jones.
Do you want to try them right now?
No, I'm okay. I'm pretty full.
Okay.
They're really good.
I'm cutting
go ahead
back. I'm cutting back a lot because after like seeing myself on that Benny's interview, I was very disgusted.
Really?
Oh yeah, man.
Todd, I
Like,
think you look hot.
Yeah, I mean, you're
that's-
probably the most beautiful person here.
No.
No.
Hold on, buddy. Hold on. That's me.
I got these pointy elbows, and
He's on the elbows.
Bro.
look, I've been trying
Bro.
to like, I even broke them just to see if they'd squish, and they didn't.
I
they
get it.
Came back, they came back
But
pointier.
the street corn one's the best one.
You know though, you see any like bodybuilder or anything like that, their elbows are always super pointy.
But I don't. I don't want pointy elbows.
You ever thought about
Weird.
getting them sanded down?
Yeah, that's my next step.
You ever
Keith.
thought about breaking them?
So like my wife worries
I
about
just commented on that not even a minute ago.
my wife
starting
gets
over again?
insecure about shit that like people would literally never notice, and I feel like Todd's elbows are one of those things.
Yeah, at first I thought it was a joke, but now I'm like, he really
Like,
is
he's
on
really
it.
self-conscious.
To
about
be
his
fair,
elbows.
like, no, like I really was disgusted with myself. It's not because of the elbows.
Oh, okay.
However, it is a joke, but I do think my elbows are disgusting.
I was gonna say
Oh,
that.
It's not something that like keeps me up at night. It's not something that I think like prevents me from having like a dating life or anything like that. No,
Now I
that's-
just can't stop staring at him.
I know. Look,
Everybody get a good look at those elbows.
I'm sure it's not the first time that a man's been self-conscious about his weenus.
So yeah,
no, all the time.
I couldn't imagine taking one of them to the jaw. That would probably fucking hurt.
That was a good
Uh,
joke. You know, fuck you.
Like, I
mean-
don't see that as a bad thing.
You like-
honestly.
I don't
You
know. I
like
just
knock
feel
him
like,
out and stab him at the same time.
I just
you
feel like
know?
at my age, if like I hit someone with my elbows, like I just injure myself more.
Probably.
Maybe it flattens him out.
I don't know. I don't-
Just go through fucking
Anyway.
bows.
But no. Like, yeah, I don't, yeah, they're pointy elbows. Yeah, cool. Let's make fun of them. But, like, do I look at them and go, yeah, man. Oh, like those are great elbows,
Elbows.
Oh,
Yep, Justin, that was the joke I was doing. Thank you for your support. I appreciate that.
No, I mean I think everybody's got their insecurities, and you're always going to be your biggest
Do
critic.
Yeah.
Except for Keith. He's completely full
Yeah.
of himself.
That's perfect.
Especially that patchy fucking beard and mustache he's got there.
Listen,
But
You should try some Semo beard oil.
semen beard oil?
Semo beard oil.
so,
You used to tell me that you use semen, and now you use
anyway,
Semo beard oil.
anyway, you're always going to be your biggest critic, of course, right? And you're going to look at yourself and you're going to pick
Well,
out the parts you don't like.
You should be your biggest
Yeah,
critic.
probably so.
I think if you're trying to better yourself, you should really be,
Yeah.
your worst critic because, you have those people out there who just don't think. I think we kind of talked about this the other day
You hear
on the
that,
bus,
guys?
but like,
if you hate yourself, you're doing great.
Justin, that is no way to tell people.
no, you're taking it completely out of
No,
context.
that's really not very nice. Hey, if you hate yourself, change it because you shouldn't hate
Yeah,
yourself.
you should always
Yeah.
love yourself.
Well, I mean, you got
Even Justin Bieber said that.
you got to know, you got to recognize that you have flaws. Kind of like I was talking to you guys when I was teaching my little class here earlier.
Yeah.
Hey, you got to understand that you don't know what you don't know, and so how else are you supposed to know it? I know it doesn't seem that mind blowing, but to a
Gotta
lot
go
of
learn it.
people, just like if you're in sales, you don't know what you don't know. It's like
Yeah.
if I go work at T-Mobile right now, I don't know I don't know anything about T-Mobile. Why not A-Mobile,
with them
B-Mobile?
training
Who
videos.
knows? But it's like I don't know what I don't know. So
well, I think the T
I
is
wouldn't be as
telephone, so let's
successful.
start there.
Right. Well, you know what I mean. But I can't be successful because I don't know what I don't know.
Sure.
And then when you do know stuff, when you have information, you have the information to change either your beliefs or your behavior. And some things are harder than others. And even when it comes to physical changes. But a lot of times people have the biggest problem when it comes to beliefs.
Yeah.
Changing, because like take from me the marijuana thing. Hey man, I was a firm believer that if you did marijuana at all before I was 33, like you're probably a drug addict. You're no different than a meth head.
So did you not do marijuana at all before you're 33?
Correct.
You've never even tried it.
I tried it like one time.
Oh, really?
And I just
No, but-
It
didn't
just
care.
what? Did you even get
Well-
high the first time?
Well, so being the son of a cop,
Oh yeah.
Kind of grew up that way, you know,
Yeah.
pot's the devil, tattoos are the devil, rock and roll's the devil kind of mentality.
You're the devil.
You know, which the rock and roll thing didn't stick, the tattoo things didn't stick. But also a lot of it growing up and being in, so, you know, when I was in Ashes of Adrian, there was some members who indulged in the cannabis
Sure.
and very lazy. In like when it came to that, like, you know, very good people, very incredible musicians, better than I'll ever be. But you know,
That's how I feel about you guys.
well, you're just really unique.
Oh, thanks.
That's me.
You know,
Oh,
but
good
there's
callback on the
there's
joke, by
times
the
where
way.
they don't, where's this dude at band practice? Well, he's with his plug.
Yeah.
You know, or where's or I remember a bunch. You know, and back then in the day in high school, you know, 2005. All those stoners are just all they're doing is spending their money that on bongs. They're just in their basement. They're listening to some stupid music.
They're making something that should be recreational a top priority.
They're
and where other things are
well,
falling
they're
to the
giving
side.
they're giving it a bad name, and they're fitting that negative stoner image that causes a lot of people to you know, when we were talking about first impressions the other day,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So and that's how I thought. And of course, being in the military, you can't do it.
Yeah.
Which is stupid.
Yeah.
And then working for the prison
guys
for a
need it
long
the most.
time, you know,
Yeah, no
working,
shit.
yeah, trust me, working for the state, we couldn't do it, which was effing stupid. But you can drink in those things,
Yeah, right.
Which drinking causes way more
Fucking problems.
which
Yeah.
I won't go down that rabbit hole. But so, you know, and it's when
You know, for the prison, you only have to like stop drinking like 4 hours before your shift.
yeah, but they don't, they
That's
don't,
their policy.
but they don't.
cut off.
Yeah, but they don't because they don't many
No,
people are drunk
I'm just
in there.
saying, you're good to drink before work as long as you cut it off 4 hours beforehand. Could you imagine how smashed you can get and go to work
Oh yeah.
4 hours later?
But I got stories for you after. Anyhow, whatever the F I was talking about. So yeah, so you know, it was one of those, and I, you know, started smoking because of stress of the prison, you know, working
Yeah.
16 hours all the effing time. And my buddy brought over a joint, and he's just like, "What do you think?" I'm like, "You know what? You know," and I guess that was kind of more the start of my open-mindedness to a lot of things.
Yeah.
But you know, I kind of like, oh, okay, like this is not bad at all. This is amazing. What have I, you know, like I can't believe I didn't do this when I was a teenager. Like
Yeah.
how awesome, you know. And when you do the research, as I like to do, as you guys know, you see all the benefits, all the science behind it. All you know, you can see where like the false propaganda is, you know, and you know how it's, you know, how it's helped people. How we're talking to Ryan earlier about how he takes an edible, you know, and like it's just more of those. Cool if you don't, you know, and some people just get all high and mighty. I don't need that crap. Like, cool, man. If you don't
Yeah.
need it, cool, great for you. That's
So-
fantastic.
Yeah, you
but you know what?
degenerates.
Like I do. You know, like it's you know, it's just yeah, you know, but because I saw that there was another side of just, you know, some people who just want to be lazy.
Sure.
You know, they're hey, like I go hiking, I go to the gym, I ride my bike. You know, you have a whole you go to concerts. There's a whole fit, healthy, active lifestyle behind the cannabis
Sure.
that back then was not displayed because it was still illegal everywhere
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, and people look down on it and all that.
Right.
And so you were 33. I was 15 and a half the first time I did it. How, Keith, you've partaken at least once in your life. What age were you the first time?
I was in middle school.
Middle school?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I had a degenerate brother.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Justin, what about you?
What is it?
How old were you,
He doesn't know he's texting his
girl? Yeah.
podcast.
Hey, how old were you the first time you smoked weed?
What?
How old were you the first time you smoked weed?
I was like 12.
12. He was 12.
I was 14.
412, 11.
So,
Yeah, I was
yes,
15. So I was
Final
15 and a
answer.
half. I smoked it once, and then I didn't do it for like 6 months. I didn't get high my first time either, and I didn't get high like my second or third, fourth time. It took me like 5 or 6 times
Did you
before.
try boofing it? Is that what did it?
No, yes. No. No. I've never stuck it up my ass. You know.
It don't make it sound so crazy. Like it's a real thing. Green tornadoes, they happen every day.
I get it that there's people out there that like that shit, but that's not me. But yeah, I did. So I probably right after I turned 16, I had tried it several more times, and then off and on for a long time, and then I've been doing it. So like I was only doing it maybe on like just the weekends before the pandemic started. And then the pandemic started. We couldn't go nowhere. We had nothing to do. So like then it started like every night after like 9 o'clock. My kid would go to bed. 'Cause she didn't know about it. Then and now it's like every night. Still from that, just haven't been able to haven't been able to kick it for more than a couple days at a time.
I'll go through like breaks and stuff like you know, I'll go through like, you know, 30-day breaks. You know, just depends. Like this next week, I'll probably take like a 5-day break.
Yeah.
You know, like last year I did a 2 30-day breaks last year. Just, you know, because you have tolerance and it goes up. And of course, me working for a dispensary, I have a lot of options.
Yeah,
and
you're having it basically thrown your way all the time.
yeah, you know, and it's I'm like, dang, there's that
You
new
have
thing I really want to
fast
try.
weed?
Huh?
Yeah, I mean,
Fast
you
weed?
it's tolerance breaks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fast
I mean-
weed?
I guess I just
So-
I used
fast.
no,
Like
it
fasting?
doesn't travel.
No, so
It just stays in. It's been in my bag this whole time.
I mean, it's just like
No, it's
like,
not. You're
it's
not
like
fasting weed.
It's like any medicine. You build up a tolerance to it, and if you take off of it for a
So-
little while, your tolerance comes
I guess
back.
I just
So
never
this is-
smoked enough to really
Yeah, no, you
correct,
have.
correct.
care about it.
And honestly, if
Like
you
that.
don't go to vapes and edibles, your tolerance will still stay real low where it needs to be. And I've been back. So I've been backing off a lot.
Yeah.
So like I was to the point where I was taking like 500 milligrams at a time because I had to get the high I wanted. But I've backed off a lot, and so I'm like the edibles I just took was like 100, which is still a lot for most
Yeah. Oh,
people, but it's not uncommon.
100 would knock me on my ass.
Yeah, see, and it's and as you can tell from like last night, like
Yeah. You were
just
completely
I go.
fine, Yeah.
I go, I'm active
I'm over here
because
just rolling all over
it's
myself.
because
not
you
quite,
remember those
but-
stupid commercials of the girl
Melting
who's
into the
flat
couch.
and, yeah, like,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, that's exactly how I want to be. What do you mean? They're like, I just work 12 however many hours. That's exactly how I want to be, dude.
So my problem is like I know not even a problem really. I guess I know myself really well. I know that when I smoke, I get lazy. I don't want to do fucking nothing. Right? I'm your stereotypical pothead when I smoke. So I don't do it until the end of the night or a day where I don't have any responsibilities ahead
Well-
of me, or we don't have to do anything.
Right.
I won't smoke before I come on this podcast. I won't smoke before you've offered it to me several times.
I always
I
will
won't-
just
I
because
won't-
I like to be nice,
I won't smoke before I prep food for the food truck because I don't want to make a mistake.
Right.
You know,
And
and,
it's-
I make boneheaded mistakes when I'm high sometimes. So
And and that's where terpenes come into effect of how terpenes can affect you differently than affect me. And then if you are wanting to get like an upper for the day, you need to find your terpene profile that affects you.
I've tried many different kinds, and I've never found one that it makes an upper for me.
And that's where which cool, like that's how your body chemistry
I
is.
guess I'd like for it to be like enough. Maybe make me want to work. you
I
know?
do have some stuff for you. I think that
Okay.
you should try that would
I'll try it.
try it at night.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Just because I don't want you to try it during the day, and then
please
you know.
try it at night.
Yeah. Anyway.
wow, I don't know why you made that so like chomo-y, dude, but like
Yeah. Anyway.
wow.
the
But
way you said it.
you're
You, like,
talking about
begged him for
tolerance.
it.
What happens is you have what's called an endocannabinoid system, right?
Yeah.
And within your endocannabinoid system, you have what's called CB1 and CB2 receptors.
Mhm.
Whenever you consume cannabis, that THC binds with those receptors, and that's how you get high.
Sure.
But it depletes them, and of course that it takes time to replenish, and like everything else.
For sure.
So
So, Keith, what have you been listening to this week?
Oh shit.
Hi, Sherry Cox. There,
Um,
my bestie. Dad told me to say it, man.
So what's new on the
Been asking
podcast,
stuff.
Justin?
Freaking podcast, dude.
so anyway, a lot of yellow card.
What's next is the. We're
He already
yellow
said
card.
something to me.
We're getting
no,
to yellow
stop
card.
it.
Keith's been
I
listening
asked
to a
what
lot
have
of
you been
Yellow
listening
Card.
to this week.
Hey,
Yeah.
Chris,
We're not there yet, though.
Keith's been listening to Yellow Card.
I've been listening to a lot of yellow card. And that's been the most of it.
Where's
Yeah.
the bus?
Yeah.
Dad, he said, "Where's the bus?"
Where I don't know where the bus is.
Where is the bus?
It's probably hooked up to my trailer at home.
Ah.
I hope it's still there.
Well, you
Yeah.
never know.
I've been. Thanks for asking. I've been listening
You're
to some Yellow Card, some Newfound Glory. Believe it or not.
Oh, greatest band in the world.
I heard him today. I was like, wow, this is not the greatest band in the world.
Wow, that's. I think you must have been listening to
Agreed.
somebody
They are
else.
great, but not.
No.
not that
So
hype.
I've been I listened to what's it called? Anthology.
Alchemy Index.
Alchemy Index. The Alchemy Index from
Volumes
Thrice.
1 through 4.
So I listened to 3 and 4 first, and then I got through halfway through 1 and 2, so I guess just 1.
You were supposed to listen to 3 and 4 high.
I did not because I was doing prep and I don't do prep
Right.
high. So, and that's when I listened to my my weekly music.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I liked 1 better than 3 and 4.
I figured you would.
Yeah. It's just my 3 and 4 were more of like a
I really always wanted to see what,
slower,
yes.
sadder type, thrice stuff, and 1 was more like Artist in the Ambulance type
Yes.
vibe. And so I did like that one more. Actually, even a lot more. I mean, I don't think 3 and 4 were bad by any means, but I really enjoyed 1
Okay.
almost into 2. I don't know. If
One was obviously one that I loved growing up.
Yeah.
Growing up, I still probably in my 20s, but
and that stuff was before Artist in the Ambulance, right?
no.
Oh, was
way
it
after?
after?
Yeah, way after.
Okay.
At least 2 albums after.
Oh, okay.
But it's like obviously the Fire album, and that's what the Alchemy Index is. Each album is its own element. So
Yeah.
fire, water, air, and earth.
So I listened to
Like
Fire,
Captain
Air, and
Planet.
Earth, just not. Yeah.
But so being
Whoa.
younger, the Fire album was amazing. But as
Yeah.
I got older, like
Fire.
now, like the Air one is resonating with me more
Okay.
than anything of the 4. The Air and Earth ones are hitting me harder
Okay.
for I guess just because whatever going on in my life or
Well,
just
I think there's a
different.
lot to say about like multiple listens
Ground you.
too, right? So like, there's an album I can listen to and I think, oh, it's okay. But if I listen to it several times, I might really start to enjoy some of those songs.
That's why I was saying listen to 3 and 4 high, because that's what kind of helped me, I guess, understand. Because I guess I was more zoned in, and I guess I kind of like, to me, I could understand it more, hear the things he's saying more, and then so now it's one of my,
Kind of
regular.
dissect the lyrics a little bit more.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like I see what they're doing. The concept is
Sure.
hitting me on a more mental level, and it's just like it's like a eureka moment.
Yeah. So yeah, listen to that. Some Taylor Swift, unfortunately, because my
Oh,
wife's
nice.
playing the shit out of it.
It was why are we surrounded by 12-year-old girls all
Right?
the time, dude?
Tell me
Here's
about it, dude. I
these two over here.
no, I dislike Taylor Swift. I do not like that. That's just not my type of music, regardless of what she does behind the scenes or whatever.
I wasn't even gonna mention it.
I figured we were going right into that, but regardless of any of her extracurriculars, alleged extracurriculars.
There you go. Allegedly.
There we go. Because I don't know that they're true. I did. I just don't. It's not my type of music. But I'm forced to listen to that sometimes. But a lot of the early 2000s pop punk mix. Oh gosh, I got back into some 90s music this week. I'm trying to. It was like late 90s alternative.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
heard some fastball.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Did you,
fastball.
Yeah.
Their
that's-
single, The Road or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
The way.
The
The
Way.
Way.
Yeah. It would hit apparently hit number 1
Yeah.
on the charts, and I never knew that till because
I remember back when it was trending #1 on MTV TLR. TRL?
Henry Danger is one of my favorites.
Who's that?
Harvey Danger.
Harvey Danger. Yeah.
Sorry, I was watching Henry Danger the
No,
Kid.
it's yeah.
You know,
I- so that throws me off every time. My kids watch that, and I'm like,
Oh,
I thought
man.
it was Harvey.
Yeah, okay.
Hold
dude.
on. Have you heard of this show called The 100?
Yeah.
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Have you watched it?
No.
I watched like 2 episodes.
Amber's got me watching. It's a fucking
Um,
twisted show. It's
I
pretty
heard.
crazy.
I hadn't
I heard
made
it
it
was
very
really
far.
good up until like the last final seasons. Like it's on a lot of the lists that are like good TV shows that went like bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what
like that
season
and
we're
Game
on.
of Thrones are on it, but I haven't watched either one.
I'm catching like episodes here and there. She's watching the whole series. It's very interesting, very cool show. Really well made. But anyway, yeah. But I know we're talking about music, but that was something that I've been spending my time watching and listening to over the past week too. And I'm not a big TV watcher, so it's odd for me to even be watching TV. But yeah, I don't make the time for TV.
Yeah, man.
So yeah. What?
Nothing, man.
Okay.
Is that your vibrator?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm getting ready.
What's
That's
that
his
going on?
remote for Justin.
It's preheating.
He's revving it up.
It's
Yeah.
preheating. It's a motored one. So it has.
You don't have a
Is that-
rotary one?
It's got a 5-speed dual exhaust.
Justin's wearing the underwear, right? That's the controller.
Yep.
His whole fucking chair shaking.
But that's funny, Chris, because I've also listened to a lot of late '90s, a lot of Lit. If you
Yeah,
remember, so Lit was one of my all-time favorite bands growing up.
They do.
And actually, I saw them in the year 2000 with No Doubt and Black Eyed Peas in Milwaukee, and it's one of the coolest
That's an
concerts.
interesting lineup.
Yeah,
Black
right?
Eyed Peas, Lit, and No Doubt.
Yeah, dude, and
I
that
can
was
see No Doubt and Lit together, but Black Eyed Peas is just kind of out of left field.
it was very out of left field, and I gotta say though,
Very
you know,
delicious.
especially for the genre that I'm not fond of, amazing performance.
Black Eyed Peas, I can only, I couldn't imagine them not being
The-
an amazing performance.
One
Oh,
band
I wouldn't think they would be.
Really?
they were back
Yeah,
in
because
2000.
No, I mean,
They're-
I'm
they're
just saying
great
that's I've
performers,
always
but that's
just
pretty
assumed
much all they are,
because
the music
honestly,
sounds.
I don't think Fergie's very good.
I kind of agree. Yeah.
I don't think
Maybe
most.
not her herself, but like you've got what Will I Am and
Yeah.
who else is in it?
I can see that
There's
stuff
a-
being
there's a lot
good,
of-
but
there's
like,
a lot of talent in it.
but I was
White
just
Cloud?
wondering how her
Is he not in it? No, I
singing
don't-
live
A
would
lot of
be.
people like that
don't know.
style though, which to me is crazy because like a lot of those singers I think sound terrible.
Do you, so
And-
my sorry, go ahead.
No,
I'll let you
that's
finish.
it. I guess that's really it for the
My
most part.
my first earliest memory of Black Eyed Peas, we were on the Unitech bus riding to Unitech, and it was on the Point. They were playing it on the Point, and it was when Let's Get It Started had its original. Do you remember what that was?
Let's get retarded.
Yes.
Yeah, I
I'm
remember
glad you
that.
said it. I wasn't going to.
No.
No, but
God, you can't say that.
but anyway,
I didn't say anyone was. That
Yeah.
was the song,
That
the
was the
lyrics
song
of the
title.
song.
And-
I don't. So I've heard that, but I've never
Yeah.
actually heard
oh
that.
dude, we were jamming out to it on the Unitech bus for like a couple weeks, and then they changed it.
Really?
Like yeah, they changed it to the edited version. Like within a couple weeks. Like,
Yeah, it
that-
was real quick.
I'm pretty sure that's what caused cancel culture. Like that was like the first, like that was the tipping point. That caused
disagree.
Okay, what's
Oh
yours?
shit. here we
American
go.
Idiot, Green Day. That album.
But was American Idiot before that?
No, American Idiot was 2004. 'Cause That
was
came
before
out the fall
2005.
of my senior year.
That's what I'm saying though. But
It was Y2K, guys.
if
Yeah.
Black Eyed
It was the
Peas
turn of the century.
and the Let's Get It Started song was out before that, and they had to change it because people were outraged.
No, so you're
That's
saying
what
that?
started cancel
Oh,
culture.
no, but I don't think it started then.
Oh, you don't think it started?
No, like obviously I think that like, they tried to cover it up,
Yeah.
because it's still
yeah, they never
that
got canceled,
word.
I guess.
right.
Yeah.
But
Word.
yeah, that word. Well, I'm not trying to offend anybody.
don't know,
I wasn't
like-
saying it negatively. It just, but it's, it's when that album came out, that was it was a big anti-government album, and but the thing is that people loved the catchiness of it. So Green Day they got re-famous all over again, right? And then now all of a sudden they're the biggest band in the world. So 2004 is like 1994 for them again, right?
Yeah, except their music was good in '94.
Except their music was fantastic in '94.
Yeah, they were. For me in the '90s, Green Day was it. Like they were.
That was my first cassette tape was
Until
Dookie.
1997. but
Yeah. No, I agree.
Because
But
Newfound
any-
Glory formed then.
Oh no.
Dude,
I'm just
I
saying,
remember buying that cassette tape of Dookie, got me into like punk rock and rock and roll, got me into getting into guitar.
they
and all
will
that
never
stuff.
be as good as Dookie, Insomnia, or
Nimrod.
Nimrod.
Yeah,
Either one of those three. They'll never be as
Warning is real underrated. I thought.
I agree.
don't think
I
so.
think Warning is one of their best albums.
Mm-hmm.
good. I don't think so.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it's solid. Like when it first came out, I was like,
you know what?
the
Maybe
fuck?
I'll give it. Maybe that'll be my next.
So
Chris listens.
Chris listens.
I think so
Uh,
because
album
I
review.
had it. I remember buying that, like going to buy that album, and I was like,
Forget about.
I was
the meeting.
excited because I think Minority. I want to be what was that one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That one came out, and I was like, okay, this
that
sounds
was on that album. Yeah.
yeah. And then I bought the album, and I was like, this is weird,
So like that's when their sound
But-
changed, right?
but it's completely.
I think it was the end of that era of.
I agree.
I think that was the final.
it was a
like,
transition.
I think I know what you're saying because like it was starting to get that, like there was hints of that, like you could tell. I wouldn't say elements of American Idiot, but there was that hint of poppier almost. Like
Yeah.
that almost
Yeah.
more mainstreamish
Yes.
kind of stuff. So you hear the hints of it. But I think that was kind of like it's like farewell, almost like okay, like this.
Was-
it's
it's
we're
like
done.
the cap to the first
It was
era.
boom, and they're done. And now they've been on this, and then unfortunately they started. Like I don't care, like whatever thing you want to, like you want to be political band, like that's fine. Like that's where the only issue I have with cancel culture is just stupid anyhow.
What album was Nice Guys
But-
finished last on?
Nimrod.
Was it Nimrod?
Pretty yeah.
Because that
'Cause
almost
Dookie
has
had
that had
Basket Case.
that song Nice Guys Finished Last almost has that same kind of sound to it a little bit.
I think it was just more polished. I think
have
that
the
one
same
was more
formula.
produced than the rest
Yeah.
of them, and I think that's where you get it. But revisit Warning.
Yeah,
I think it's so much better
right.
than you thought at the time. Probably.
That's my album next week.
Yeah, it's real
so
good.
And I stopped listening to Green Day for a long time because of their political beliefs.
Yeah.
but I've just kind of recently gotten back to where it's not so much their political beliefs, it's they're just being a-holes about it.
Execution of it.
Like, dude, I like honestly, like I don't listen to punk rock. Like, if I want to listen, like, because again, they didn't start out political. Like they weren't like an Anti-Flag or Rage Against the Machine or like a lot of those bands. They had
started
pretty
out with
much-
a message.
They kind of had statements from the start.
Yeah.
So Green Day was like punk rock.
Yeah.
Like it was
Doing it for the love of doing
Green
it.
Day. I'm pretty sure is about their name is about smoking weed.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
they just started as like we're just smoking weed.
Right, and that's why I love Green Day, because it was just like I'm a kid and this is just fun. We're hanging out and partying, even though I had no idea what like marijuana was back then. And that's the issue with Green Day now, is that it's just so whiny and it's just like, dude, like we get it, you hate you hate America, or like you're just super liberal or whatever the issue is, but like
You hear that? All liberals hate America.
No, I don't think
not what I
that's.
said. Like I said,
Dad says people can change.
well, that's fine. I'm not saying people can't change. That was not even the issue of what I'm talking about. But, obviously, they did it to sell out and to make money, which I don't blame them necessarily.
they, though?
For that? Oh,
I think that's always an unfair
Yeah.
statement to anybody,
No,
right?
it's not unfair because I'm not saying it's a
No.
bad thing though.
No, but like I think it's an unfair statement because we don't know what they were thinking. Like maybe there's like I've been wanting to do this for a long time. We got caught up. We had to do this. Like let's make what we want to now because we are successful. We've been successful for 10 years. Right?
Because
They don't have to worry about money so much.
So then now we're like we can do whatever, and it
because
took
if
off.
they've been around for 10 years, they haven't been. That I don't mean. Okay, so like.
No, I think it was unfair to say because we don't know what they were thinking.
Oh, you're talking about Green. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, wait, who we?
I thought you were talking about just like some rando band.
No, I think.
Gotcha. Okay. No.
No,
well,
Fall Out Boy
it's-
sold out, but
No,
the
it
rest
has
of
an
them, I think
excellent
it's
point.
unfair.
No, because like I think they, because 2004 they saw where like Blink and Some and Good Charlotte, they saw that industry where it was heading. They saw where they could capitalize on it. Because they've been in the end. Hang on. And
Okay.
because this is just my points.
No, go ahead, and then I'll rebuttal.
Because they've been in the industry for so long, just there's a formula to writing these songs. There always has been, and they see that, so they're like, okay, like we can capitalize on that. And
Chad does make a
because
good point about Green Day.
Well, hold on, I'm going next.
He says they wrote those records when they were like 17. Now they're 50.
That is true.
So
what records? Which ones?
the early ones.
Rolled
Dookies?
the early, when
So
they were
my-
17.
Well, yeah,
My thing
I
is-
get that, but still 2004, they're not 50.
So, but in 2004, and I would say that it's obviously you're gonna take most people are gonna take into account like, hey, no one's gonna like this. I'm not gonna make this album, but to a certain extent, right? But also, if you remember 2004, yeah,
Vaguely.
like
Saw Rise Against for $2.
politically, if you remember 2004, I can see where they're like, hey, maybe we got to we have to do our part. We were about to get 4 more years of Bush, and that was after 9/11, everything like that. Or you could say maybe they did want to cash in,
like, 4
but we
more
don't.
years
But
of
we
Bush,
don't know.
time
But
to
I can
shave.
justify.
It's not-
I could say
I
you
knew
could
it was
justify
coming.
the fact of them wanting
yeah,
to
you
do
did.
that.
It wasn't the message. Like whether I agree with the message or not is neither
No.
here nor there.
No, I'm not saying
it
that,
wasn't the message that is the issue.
Love
the
the
issue,
Offspring.
like you could, the sound change, the style change. They added that other guitar player. Remember that? And because he was in that "Wake Me Up When September Ends" video,
Yeah.
and he went on tour with them. Like no, because that ruins the whole dynamic of a band.
But I
It
mean,
would be like Blink
so-
getting another guitar player.
they did.
No, that was a replacement. Not
Yeah.
not 4
So that
members.
was different.
That is different. That's what I'm saying.
There
That's
was
different.
talk
mean,
for a while
no.
about having Skiba stick
So
around, though.
listen, so I think that's all. I'm not a fan of American Idiot or anything past that, but I think it's unfair
Correct.
to say that they
That's
just
correct.
did it to sell out. I think if they wanted to, add some depth to their,
personalities change. Like you can just see where
maybe they were finally
everything-
ready to let go
of what.
of what because they were okay. So also think about this: you're playing 10 years, like Chad said, they wrote those songs when they're 17.
Sure.
They were playing that for 10, like consider me a grown up, Kid, like. What the
Oh,
fuck?
sorry, I didn't realize my volume was up.
So anyway, like,
Why are you watching our own podcast?
So-
You're in the podcast.
so
I'm replying to comments.
Oh, okay.
So I think,
just like we're here, we're right.
so
That's what I've been doing.
I think it's unfair. That's what I'm saying. I think the sellout argument always is unfair because we don't know. If we knew and they were like, yeah, we fucking did it, then yeah, they did, and
yeah,
cool.
I
for
don't
them.
know. I get
But
that.
as an artist,
But
like
it's
I
just-
think
it's
you would
one of
think
those,
that too. Like
I think you can just kind of see though. Like if you just look at all the signs, and like I said, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not saying I wouldn't have done the same thing because if you're telling if some record company
and maybe yeah.
came up to me and they're like, "Hey, there's $5 million to write rap songs," yeah, I'm gonna do it, and I'm not gonna feel to me that's selling out. But guess what? I just provided for my family.
So maybe that
And
I mean that is
That,
selling.
oh
out.
yeah,
kind
that's
of
what I'm
the
saying. It's
That's
selling
going
out.
to get what you want to do, but like if that's the way the direction that they wanted to go, because like you said too, like Warning felt different, like they wanted to do something else, and that's almost a bridge in the
I
gap.
don't think that was different. I think that's you had that.
It was a closing of that era.
Well, when
See,
you get
that's-
to if and I'm not saying it's easy because obviously we all know how as a band how do you stay fresh for 5 albums? How do you
Yeah.
stay fresh for and that's where like Thrice went down those different paths.
Yeah, they
But
did.
that's different. Those are you can tell where like Thrice is different because they didn't go more mainstream. They actually lost a lot of popularity with
Yeah.
the Alchemy Index.
But it's
Census Fail with the people for some reason didn't like The Fire when it came out, even though The Fire is amazing.
it is amazing.
Or Renaissance, or however you pronounce
so
it.
That's
so I
one
think
thing with
the,
Fall Out Boy though is like you
Oh,
guys
God.
give them so much shit about the sound change, but like
they literally
Okay,
they
they-
did exactly
did
what
sell
Todd
it.
is
They
They
describing.
literally did.
Okay,
and
but
Pete
they-
Wentz knew that. Like that was Pete Wentz's
Okay.
idea from the
Yeah,
get-go.
I mean, the
and that
dude is
was part of the
genius
game
as
plan,
far as
but
that goes.
That's
was,
also
yeah.
what they wanted to do
Because
they,
pop punk blew up, they
Listen.
started a pop punk band,
Okay,
and then they were like, "Hey, it's going
okay,
a different
yeah, but
direction."
They went on hiatus for like 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
And then they came back with Save Rock and Roll. It was something different. It was something that they wanted to do. They wanted to do something different.
sounds the
And then they
exact same.
saw the return on that. They got way
Nothing
bigger.
Fall Out Boy sounds
Listen,
different than
They
any
got
of the rest.
way. Yes, it does.
No.
They
Fall
got
Out Boy
way
started as, like,
bigger after.
They're a bunch of
Save
metal
Rock and Roll.
dudes, and then they saw pop punk was
No,
getting big.
there was
They s-
2 metal dudes.
They saw pop punk getting big,
Mhm.
and they made Take This to Your Grave, which
Joe
I am
Troman
so
and
thankful
Andy
for.
Hurley.
What's still one of the best
Thankful
albums.
for
drums.
Still one of the best pop
Those
punk
are the
albums ever.
metalheads of the
But that's exactly Pete Wentz
Pete-
saw things coming. Like he's smart as shit.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. He predicted the market as it went, and that's you see the change in everything they did.
I don't think there's
But-
anything wrong with that.
But well, I'm just saying you're describing what Todd was talking about.
Yeah.
But I don't think that
They provided
applies
for their
to.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're evil people. I'm not saying
No.
they're bad people.
No, I mean
like,
cash in when you can.
Well,
Like
that's what I'm saying. Like,
I still like
I
to do
think,
shit.
Taylor Swift's absolutely the stupidest thing in the world, but people buy her albums. People, that's what,
she's a fucking genius too.
well, I'm not a 12-year-old girl, so I don't think so. However,
Well, I mean,
Marketing
she's gotta
genius?
be a genius to be a billionaire.
Oh, you
but
mean a
it
genius.
Still doesn't mean
Yeah.
I like
Oh.
her music.
yeah,
She's
yeah,
she's a marketing genius.
correct.
I mean,
Who are we
Correct.
talking about?
Taylor Swift. There's nobody
Oh.
better at it. You say what you want about her,
Yeah,
but
no, I agree. I
but
agree
marketing,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get. I mean, you might have a point there.
yeah,
She's
Yeah.
either a genius or she hired the right people who are geniuses.
which puts her at
Either way,
genius.
yeah. I
Still
mean,
makes her
yeah.
a genius.
Yeah.
right.
No, I
Well, I mean, Taylor Swift sold out.
no, I don't agree. So I knew that was going to come up because I don't agree. So I think you get this kid who grows up, wants to make country music, right? Does it, is successful, and was like, I really want to kind of like get away from this little girl who played country, and like
You're
show-
literally making the same argument as I was making about Fall Out Boy.
no,
No,
not even
no.
one
Not,
fraction.
not even at all close.
No.
They wanted to do something different.
No, they
That-
did because the market was changing and they wanted to do something different. This is because she was like,
Yeah, capitalizing
Hey,
on.
I think I wanna-
Yeah,
because you can watch the
That wasn't even remotely.
yeah, you can see the trend in the albums with Taylor Swift, right? It gets a little more popular,
Well,
and
you
then
can. I can.
Yeah, you can. I
okay.
have no
So
idea.
if you actually listen to the albums, you can see the from the self-titled to Fearless was a little more, and then Speak Now got more pop way, and then we get to the other ones, which she just incorporates more pop stuff in.
Okay, Sherry
then
made
she
a good
was-
point earlier that she has a good storytelling ability in
Yeah,
her songs, and that's what makes her so big. Well, that's one of the things with Fall Out Boy is
disagree.
Pete Wentz is such a good writer. He tells a good story. It's all about a good
Pete
story.
Wentz does have incredible lyrics on
they're
"Take Us to
not
Your Grave."
Storytellers. It's not good storytelling. It's
Pandering.
good.
No, I don't agree.
It's good propaganda. They know how
they
to.
have a lot of pop culture references, but that's one of the things that
They know exactly
them
how
who
to
they
market
are.
to people, and that's why the lyrics are written that way. They don't even
I
write their
disagree a
own
little bit.
songs.
So
If that's
Let's-
a good storytelling. How many bands out there, have good storytelling and are never going to be famous because of it?
Well, that's also the fact that they have the platform beforehand, though. See, like Fall Out Boy or Taylor Swift, they got to a certain level before they changed things up and was telling their stories
So,
differently or whatever.
the other
they-
thing that
because
comes
they
into
had a fan
play
base.
too.
No, because but
Like,
they
there's
both
a lot
were,
of local bands that are fantastic storytellers that aren't getting the recognition that they deserve. Because
but they were never
they don't
famous
have
from the
them-
get go. They did
That's
these
the point. They don't
artists.
have the fans already.
Taylor
to
Swift
spread
and
it.
Fall Out Boy didn't get famous for storytelling. They got famous for the gimmick that they could sell. Now, Fall Out Boy got famous because they actually had some really good music. Take This
So
to Your
Ta-
Grave was phenomenal.
Taylor Swift,
And I know,
she writes
I
writes
know,
great songs. She
I
did.
know.
So
I know you believe that.
no, I mean really, like think back. What was it? 2006, I think, was when her
Yeah,
first album came out.
I will have no idea.
I remember, and like it was,
I know you remember.
and she was a great songwriter. She still is. But you also have to think, and like producers come into play, producers change, and if you get so big, like you're gonna have those different
Your
producers, and things are going to
influence your sound tremendously. I mean, look at
Yeah.
the Metallica album
and that's
got-
going to
yeah.
happen. So I think that's another like you can't say that she sold out. It was like just she got more access to different styles and like, oh shit, we can do this, like with different producers, and then it went from there. So I think the sellout is unfair.
No.
No.
No, you just thought you argued Fall Out Boy, and you're gonna say like no, sellout's real, but not Fall Out Boy. Like if any other band did
No,
it,
I
like
agree
it's
that
them.
they sold out, but I still don't see that there's a problem with it if they're
No, there's no problem
what
with
they
it.
want to do. And the
If it's
music
what
is
they
still
want
good.
to do, then they're not selling out.
No.
No.
Because I don't want to write rap songs, but I'll do it for $5 million.
So that's not what you want
I
to
w-
do.
I would
Right.
love to.
So that's selling
write-
out.
But it's
Doing
still,
something you
something
don't want to
mainstream.
do for money is selling out.
no, because
Like
there's
Chris,
band,
just kidding.
because there's
Hold on,
because
what's
if
that, Keith? What's that?
Chris says $20 is $20. He doesn't necessarily want to earn that $20.
because there's people with all kinds of talent out there who just like to do the talent for them. Like how many musicians out there don't want to join a band? They just like to play for their own amusement.
I got bills to pay.
So that's what I mean. So yeah, I have bills to pay. We have mouths to feed. So
so with,
so if you're out there, I will
but-
write any song you want for
But that would-
money.
that would put you in that category of sellout.
That's fine with me.
I didn't say there's anything wrong
Because
with it either.
that
I'm
doesn't
just saying
stop
I
me
don't
from
think
doing
we're
my own
defining
stuff. It doesn't stop me from doing a side project.
But
It
I don't
doesn't-
think
yeah.
we're defining it in the right. Like I'm just trying to express my way of defining it because I think that's fair.
I see your side. I see your side, and I don't disagree with it.
Yeah. So I think make what you want, and if you
I don't
make it
care.
for
Well,
whatever,
Because
then
I don't blame the artists. I blame the fans.
Yeah.
Because it's
And I
if
don't-
it's obviously like effing stupid, which I'm not saying anything is, but obviously we all have our things that we think are effing stupid. And like okay, so like when they would burn the, if you go have a CD burning, right, of
yeah,
that rap group, I can't think of their name.
Beastie Boys,
No. I don't think anyone
NWA.
Yeah. So like
I don't even know
What's
how
that
I
stand
got that.
for?
I remember now, and I'm not saying that. That's the word that Keith's NASCAR drivers use.
No, it's out of
NASCAR with attitude.
Yeah, NASCAR with attitude. Anyhow,
That's cars.
what were we talking about?
You said if you remember that CD, burning CDs.
And what? No.
That's what
burning
you
CDs.
said. Burning CDs.
Did say
CDs
burning
nuts.
CDs.
I don't remember.
You, said, you remember burning CDs, and then you said, "What's that rap group?"
Todd is
Oh,
probably
burning CDs as in on fire. On fire.
okay. Okay.
I was
You know, it's a
Yes,
tough
I'm
one to
sorry.
figure out still.
no, well, because you
Like,
said
do you
burning
mean
CDs.
set it on fire or burn it?
I'm old, so I'm like, I
I'm
didn't make
thinking-
you a CD.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
thinking,
like a
burning
playlist, like,
CDs,
yeah.
but I didn't know what you
Yeah,
meant.
Okay, I'm just
So you're thinking fire CDs.
okay. Yeah.
I'm
So when
thinking
they were
burning CDs.
on
they're
fire.
buying their merchandise, excuse me, to burn.
Yeah, I
You're
think
still-
that's the dumbest thing
You're
ever.
still providing them all that money.
Yeah.
Like that's what I mean.
Same way when they like burn Kaepernick
Right,
and
so
stuff
it's
like
just-
that. I'm like, you already bought it. Order the buying Bud Light to shoot it from Kid Rock and stuff
When
like that.
it's-
I'm like,
yeah, because like whether that's what I mean. Like, dude, you still just provided them
yeah.
what you're
the money
trying to
they're trying to
stop.
get, right.
Like
You
hey,
gave them the
boycott
attention
these
they were
people.
seeking.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's what I mean. It's like I don't blame Fall Out Boy for anything because
No, they,
I
do
didn't.
what
Buy,
you, do
I
what you
didn't
want.
buy from under the cork tree because I'm not stupid. So
I did. I liked that one.
it's just a
Um,
joke. It's just a
I
joke.
did. I liked that one. I did not like
I
the
didn't
next
buy it
one, so
either
I did
'cause I
not
was
buy
a
the
kid.
next one.
Well, I'm sure we all had LimeWire or Napster.
Yeah.
Well, I had Napster.
I
when-
ruined a few laptops
I had
with
Napster back in the
LimeWire.
day.
I think you ruined your laptops from those weird videos you were talking about. before we started.
JOIs.
Those
Did
weren't
they have
even out
JOIs back then?
Justin's actually giving me instructions.
yet. You know what? I'm going to now.
Oh God.
But they're
Yeah,
not
so
really
that's-
there. So how are you giving instructions?
But that's it's fine when artists do whatever. Like I don't like it when artists get political just because like man, like I'm not here to stress out. I'm not here to kind of like when I game. Like I'm not here to stress out, man.
That's
like I'm
not
not
fair though.
like what do you mean?
I don't like when artists get political. Like that's their platform. They feel like they got to use it. I think it's great.
No, like
I agree to an extent.
no, like when you change that abruptly.
Mm,
Or like dude, like start a side project. Like that's cool if you want to like get that message out there,
I just
But
think
why?
you have the option to
Because-
choose.
same guys. Like that's
This
the
is
record you
America,
want to make.
man.
No, that's
And
then that's fine.
I think on Todd's point of view is like, okay, say you like Green Day, right? Before they got political. When you buy a ticket to Green Day, you're expecting to go see a non-political Green Day show. So if you're paying for that,
Not if you just checked it out.
well, now, yeah.
I want the Green Day experience. Okay, so like if I go see Jurassic Park and I end up getting Twister, that's not what I paid for.
I mean,
And
that's
the kids are like,
different.
oh, hey, we
So-
just
That's a
changed.
different
to
we're
Todd's point, if Green Day wants to get political, they should start a side project for that so that their fans that want to see that can go see that.
I don't agree, but the other thing, if you're going to see Green Day after that album came out, you are seeing.
because-
All
right.
You
After
are
that
seeing
album
them.
came out,
You
yes.
are seeing them play the singles from that album at the very least, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You already know what it is.
Okay,
Unless,
sure.
yeah, but like,
here's
I,
here's a
if I
marketing
wanted to go
point,
see
though.
them, I know they're going to play American Idiot, but I also know they're going to play like Longview. And
Here's
things
a
like that.
marketing point, though.
So?
The whole point of bands going on tours is to spread the word about their new music.
Sure.
Correct.
Yeah.
So they're not really. I mean, yeah, they want to put on a show for their fans, so they're going to do that. But they're trying to get more fans in to listen to the new music.
Which makes
Yep.
it even
Yep,
even worse
that's-
idea to be political about anything. If you're trying to get more
I
people.
don't-
Really, it
Again,
just depends.
that-
if,
and
if
that-
that's where they want to
which-
go,
I disagree, and I think that they
you don't
felt.
have to agree
Justin,
with
that proves
where
my
they're
point.
going.
But that proves my
It
point.
do- it
'cause that
does.
just proved my point.
it
of
does,
American
yeah.
Idiot.
But the,
That
the
proved
point
my
is,
entire
the point is you can choose not to go to the show if you're already a fan, and then you can choose to either like them or not like them as a new fan. You know what I'm saying? It
That was
doesn't.
my other point I
My
made
point
earlier.
is it doesn't really matter. Just let them be what they want to.
Yeah, and like right about what you
This
want.
isn't
Like,
women's rights, Justin.
So
this
listen-
is about bands. No,
Todd,
because this is entertainment industry.
all right, so think about like the Starting Line just wrote this album. It's all
Chad-
about breakups.
Okay.
Okay. And then they fall in love, right?
Yeah.
Singer falls in love. This whole thing's a love song. I'm like, I wanted breakup songs.
If the style, it just depends. What it does
It's
the
the
band,
same thing.
Okay, if
It's
I
what they wanna write about
if I
lyrically.
went, no, because if I went to see Guar without all their makeup and outfits, that's not the experience.
That's different.
That's a
No,
bad
it's
example
not.
because
No, it's
Gwar
not. That's a
is
perfect
their
example.
makeup and
Oh, but why can't they change? Why can't they do what they want?
No,
Why
I think
can't
they should-
What we're about?
I think they should be able to.
Chad says there's too many rules. This is art, not nom.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Be who you
Hey,
want to be.
Todd
And
wouldn't
that's-
like that
someone
if
else
somebody
didn't
song
say
about
that.
that.
I
That's
didn't
cool.
say
If
that.
they're not, then it
No,
doesn't
I
matter.
guess-
It's not
and
the
no
people
one's
you're trying
and
to
no
reach
one's
anyway.
and no one's disagreeing with that.
So you
I
can
see-
make the argument though that this falls more. Yeah, I think you said this earlier. This falls more on the fan
Yeah.
than it does the artist, right?
Yeah.
The artist
Oh,
is,
by
is
far,
taking
yeah.
a risk on what they want to do, but it's what they want to do.
Nah, it's
that
not a risk
true?
because it's. I mean, to be fair,
Okay,
it's
so
a risk.
which
To be
side are
fair,
we
it's a
on?
risk. To
Which
be
side are we
fair.
on? Okay.
It can be a risk because
fair.
if they try to sell out and fail,
Fair.
which I think some people have done that, maybe or solo artists.
Don't do
Like,
it,
hey, I'm
Justin.
real popular in this band, and here's my solo album, and it fails.
So, listen.
Right? Because that's a risk.
No, the risk is like, hey, if we're gonna put out this album, we're gonna piss some people off. Like, that may happen. We may lose fans, but we may gain fans.
And okay, I'm not saying that
so-
that's a bad thing necessarily. I'm not saying that that's bad. The point I'm really trying to make is how Green Day did it was more of the sellout way.
I don't-
And because you
can't-
do have also, and to be fair, you do also have a decade of like punk rock Green Day,
Yeah.
and the majority of us who are Green Day fans, that's the Green Day we knew and love. So like I don't like the California album from Blink.
Yeah, it's
And
awful.
so when I go,
love the California album.
I know you
would.
do. Of course
Yeah,
you
it's
would.
the most mainstream.
But guess what? When I go to see Blink, guess what album I expect them not to play? And guess what album they don't really play a whole lot?
California.
Yeah. I wonder why. Crazy, huh?
So,
So
listen, okay, so just Green Day still is the example. They sold out
yes,
to sell more, but the fact that they are political is going to lose them fans.
it's going to lose. It is going to lose them fans.
So which one is it?
What do you mean?
We're on both sides of the tracks here.
No,
Foot- yeah, we're straddling it.
Yes, they're going to lose fans, but you're taking 10 steps with one step back. You know what I mean? Like it's
I mean, that sounds like
your.
a win.
I mean, you
So
have
if you're-
it's that you have to spend money to make money kind of thing. Like, yeah, you're going to lose a little bit, but it's not, and it's not really even about the music at that point because then it's about the gimmick. Then it's, does anyone really go see Guar because of the music? No, I'm gonna go see
I don't
Guar
think
because
anybody goes to see Guar. I think
Well,
I don't know why you keep using them as
or
an
Or
example.
Kiss. Look at Kiss.
No, no one. Kiss sucks too.
Okay, but were they famous?
Yeah, somehow they were the best marketing band ever.
Exactly. That's the point. They're a gimmick. If you go to see Kiss without the makeup, I don't know. And I know
I
they
think
did
it's
it-
different.
Too many rules in
I
the
think it's
music
different.
industry.
It's not
It's art.
rules.
Different.
No.
Like Chad said.
All right,
Yes,
so
there
let's,
is.
uh,
There is art, but that's not the point.
I think it's
let-
different,
I
but-
think we can agree to disagree on this.
Your
you know-
generation just sucks, Justin. By the way, oh my god, it's not a
probably
freaking
right.
political issue, man.
What's next,
Yeah,
Justin?
God.
We are going to move on to the Would You Rathers.
All right.
Unless
Would you rather make a political album?
No, I like this one. I like where it's going.
would you rather have one of these? Would you rather have a random superpower
Yes.
or a random one? You can't choose it.
Okay.
Random
Yes,
superpower.
that's
But
what
it's still a
random
power.
means. That's we
Yeah.
or have $50 million.
Random superpower.
I'm probably going 50 mil.
Yeah, because like, what if your superpower is like turning into water? Like not controlling water, but turning into water.
Oh, that's
Like,
great.
That'd be a stupid superpower.
No, wouldn't it be great? You could.
Give me
okay.
the 50 million.
I mean, I could.
Yeah, I'll take the 50 million.
I mean, yeah, I could play roulette and
I
get
could
like
jump in a
freaking
fish tank,
super
rob a
strength
bank.
or fly or something, but like
No.
you don't know.
I've seen this fish.
50 million is guaranteed.
You know,
Give me
like-
the 50 million.
Oh, I just. so I go
Because
on a
then
rain.
I could just become
So
Batman.
I go on a rainy day to the bank. Okay, the roof just happens to leak. I'm gonna leak right into the vault. I'm gonna take that money and they'll be like, "Whoa, how did the leak take that? And how are they gonna find me? Because I'm water, so they're not gonna be able to like picture me.
What
I'm
what if your
questioning
what if your
your logistics
superpower
there.
was getting caught as water?
So that's not a superpower. That would be
That's a
You don't know
situation.
that.
Like a
You're
curse.
just not using your power.
no.
to its proper-
So listen, that's why water would work, and I'm gonna have way more than 50 mil. So
Because you're a thief.
suck it.
Keith the thief.
Oh, where are you guys getting your 50 mil?
I don't know.
This fucking
it's
random
being given
genie
to
over
you.
here.
I'm
do you
not
think he's gonna
stealing
make
it.
you do for
I'm
it?
not stealing it.
What do you think he's gonna make you do for it?
He can't.
He's gonna. He didn't
Who?
say that last part.
Who's gonna?
Justin's the genie here.
Yeah.
I'm
He
the
said, if
genie.
you want that 50
Well,
million,
then I
you
already
better
have
get
the
to work.
superpower. I'm a genie. I can
there-
grant wishes.
There's your
He
rat
can't make
game.
me do nothing. I'll take that
the
chance.
genie.
No, Thief Keith.
Keith the thief. That's your new Nickelodeon sitcom. Is Keith the thief?
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
It'll play after
Keith
Harvey
Queef.
Danger.
Harvey.
All right, what's your next one?
All right. Would you flip a coin?
Yep.
Nah.
Would you flip a coin if heads meant if heads meant you instantly receive $10 billion, and if tails meant you die instantly.
Wait, say that again. Sorry, I was thinking of some mean jokes.
Okay, so I'm
Would
gonna
you-
clear this
okay,
up for
okay,
him.
would you flip a coin knowing that if it lands on heads, you get $10 billion, but if it lands on tails, you die instantly? 50-50 chance there.
Oh no,
So here's what I'm doing.
No.
I'm taking out a $10 million insurance policy.
you kill.
And then what I'm doing is I'm flipping that coin. So if it lands on $10 million, boom, I got it. If not, my family's set up pretty well.
Not a bad plan.
Not, I guess
you don't
that's the
care for
lesser of
living.
two evils, but
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
if
just
the
not gonna
gun's to your
comment
head, but
on
I'm not
this.
going to flip the coin.
Yeah, I just
The question is, would you flip the coin?
Who's killing
And
me? How
I
am I
don't-
going to die?
Mine is no. I'm not.
Am I just
gonna,
going to drop dead?
You just
I'm-
drop dead. It's like a curse.
Like a heart attack? Or like, am I still going to feel any
Doesn't
pain
matter.
from it?
I'm not gonna argue that $10 billion couldn't make your life fucking great because it could, right?
Oh
But
yeah. They say money can't buy you happiness, but I think $10 billion could set you up
That's
to where
only
you
said
could
by
buy.
people
could-
who've
So
Never
they-
Never had $10 billion.
The great
Money's not
Ariana
everything.
Grande says, they say money
Great.
Why do you do this? Why do you-
She
why are you
says-
who you are?
must not have had enough money to solve them. Yeah. They say
Okay,
money can't buy
I
happiness.
don't know what that means.
Regarding problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Money can't buy happiness, but you can't be happy or
Who
sad.
said
if
money
you're
can't
fucking
solve all
dead.
your problems? Must have not
So,
had enough money to solve them.
I'm not gonna flip the coin.
Boom. Bars.
I don't know. I just don't think money's everything. I value things over money.
Yep,
So I would probably not. Choose
No, I'm
to flip
flipping
the
that
coin.
fucking coin.
You would.
you would.
Yeah, I already said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sell out.
Yeah. I mean, if that's what that's called, yeah.
Justin,
we
what
missed
was your
we
answer?
missed the non-flip Keith.
I'm not flipping the
10
coin.
years of Keith
Okay.
that would
I feel
Yeah.
like Keith is just so full of himself that he thinks he's lucky enough that every time he flips that coin, it's going to be.
Listen,
the
I thought that was a
He,
pretty
uh,
selfless act.
He
I
gets
thought
he gets full of me too. It's weird.
I'm gonna say every time I flip a coin, I start on heads, I call heads, and I get it
so.
like-
Listen,
almost every time.
I don't think that's being full of myself. I think that's being like making a noble act. Like, hey, either we have $10 billion or you have $10 billion and I'm gone.
No,
No,
dad.
it's either we get $10 billion or you raise the kids by yourself.
Yeah.
With 10
Right.
fucking billion dollars,
Yeah.
What life insurance policy gives you $10 billion?
I'm not gonna get that high.
I don't think
Yeah,
you've ever
you
had
get
a real.
like maybe $1 million max.
I don't think you've ever had
Well, I
like a
think I
real
can get-
job, Justin. But
Yeah, I
in real
think I can
jobs,
get-
you get like a real. Like,
Yeah,
life
you-
insurance
Not
policies.
$10 fucking billion.
I
I
can
have
take
had a
out-
real job before.
I can take out several.
Anybody got a coin on them?
No, wait.
Chad says you should flip one to see what would happen. So we're gonna.
Oh yeah, good idea.
Hey, that is a
Dime.
great
Hold on,
idea.
I'm starting on heads.
It's a dime if it makes a
I'm
difference.
call. I don't know. A quarter. I've always.
Yeah,
done
we'll
quarters.
see. We'll
I
see
don't
who
have a
would have
quad.
won.
I mean, the question was quarter.
This is a test run.
Oh no,
then.
it was coin, wasn't it?
Yeah,
So it doesn't matter.
So I'm gonna start.
oh
on
hey,
heads.
where's the? Okay.
God damn it.
Sorry, you have. A
I'm gonna start on heads. I'm gonna call heads.
Yeah.
Right. I'm calling heads. Oh shit.
God bless it.
What the fuck kind of
see,
flip
well,
was
it
that?
has-
It's gone.
Probably fucked you.
well,
gone
there's
forever.
our coin.
Where?
It's gone forever.
Does anybody have a real fucking quarter?
No,
There's a hockey coin in here somewhere.
I just gave Chris all the money I had.
Well, there we go. So we flipped it. It looks like we died.
See, we're dead.
See, we're okay.
You died.
Anyways, what's the next one?
I still want to flip the coin.
I think
on
it's something about sucking off a
Well,
horse
we
or
don't
something.
just go to the next one.
him. Okay, we'll move on. Chad, bring us a coin, and we'll do it next. Okay. Would you rather add 50 years to your lifespan and become a ghost upon death, or reduce your lifespan and be reincarnated continuously?
Ghost.
What was that?
I want to be
Sorry,
a ghost.
I was podcasting.
Yeah.
The Toddcast over here.
Podcast.
Talk to my followers. What's up?
Would you rather add 50 years to your lifespan and become a ghost upon death, or reduce your lifespan and be reincarnated continuously? Meaning, like every time you die, you're gonna-
I understand.
Everybody knows what that
thanks.
means.
We understand English. Thanks, Justin.
So if you were
do you have to? He has to repeat it so because like
I think he's telling
someone
himself.
had to repeat it. He had to repeat it to himself like multiple times.
so if you're reincarnated continuously, what meaning would your life even have? Really?
I'm choosing that one, by the way.
Are you?
The absolute knowledge I could have and learn. Think of all.
Yeah,
You
but
could
the
also, as a
idea of
ghost.
reincarnation doesn't it?
Yeah, you
it
don't
doesn't mean that
retain-
you're going to retain everything from your last life.
You
It just means
do. You
the essence
do.
of your life is still going to be reincarnated into something else.
No, I think you can retain because you would. What's the Buddha
No, because
thing?
the
Like you would
idea,
level up.
Okay, I'm just gonna take a crack at the fact that whoever wrote that question is probably basing it off of actual
That's all your
reincarnated
interpretation.
beliefs. Beliefs
are you?
And
how do you-
the
how does he know?
idea of reincarnation is that you're being reborn into a new life form, and you don't retain your past life.
Maybe you do though.
That's not. I mean, that's not. What, so hang on.
So I think you retain.
Here we go. All
I
right.
think
No,
you retain.
no.
I interpret as you would
No,
retain.
I would actually like to see the research you did on who wrote this question and what they thought about it and why you think they absolutely believe that they don't.
Okay,
that they
but-
mean you can't remember.
Okay,
So-
but in reincarnation, okay, so part of the belief system is that there are certain things you can
To
remember,
whose?
but
To whose?
Confucianism and Buddhism.
But what
those-
about the
those are
ones who do
reincarnated.
believe that you retain knowledge?
Confucianism?
You're Confuciusing people.
I hate you. guys.
Anyway, do we have
If I-
another?
So Todd, you interpret it the way you want to.
Okay,
If I can
choose
retain
Ghost.
memory-
I choose Ghost.
If I
gonna
can
haunt you
retain
fuckers.
memory, then yeah.
I'm going Ghost.
I'm going Ghost as well.
All right,
going
Danny
Ghost, too.
Phantom, get out of
I'm gonna be
here.
Yeah,
150
like-
years old, and then I'm gonna come back and haunt all you. Well, you're all gonna be dead. So
You're gonna see some
I'll-
real disgusting stuff when you haunt me.
No, that's what I'm excited for.
Yes. Because I'm not gonna see you guys, and like I don't believe in ghosts, so I won't be able to see you.
Oh, I'm gonna throw
So-
flour on myself, so you see the outline.
I'm gonna be like, you stupid ghost with
it's not
flour on
becoming
you.
invisible. It's becoming a
It's
ghost.
kind of the same
It's
thing.
not.
So
exactly
listen.
the same thing.
So listen,
I'm listening
have you ever seen the movie Ghost?
with
No.
Demi Moore
Yeah.
and Patrick Swayze.
So there's a way to figure out, like, you walk through walls, whatever, but there's a way to actually touch and create and kick the can, right?
Yeah.
So there's a way. That means that the force is there, that you're basically
Oh, we're in Star Wars now.
invisible. So, like, if you threw something on me and I concentrated and wanted to feel that, I could feel it. So then, like, if I threw a blanket on myself and I was fully feeling it, you could see me.
You were
Right?
feeling
Because you're
this?
corporeal.
Yes. So that's it.
Well,
Okay. Anyway,
I'm not going ghost.
I will.
you're going reincarnation.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah.
Life's amazing. I want to keep
But
living
you're
it.
also
What if
shortening your life. Though.
Yeah. What if it's like
Yeah, but
you're
who cares?
you get to 2 years old each time or something?
Well, that's not. Well, Keith, unlike Justin, I'm allowed to interpret things how I want.
I just said what if.
I have the right to choose how I interpret my own questions.
I just
The would you rather's
I'm just trying to play a game, man.
oh, just like I was just trying to have a discussion earlier before you turned it into a political thing. Welcome back to the JSTN podcast. This is episode 4. On my show today, I have our special guest, the Pop Punk Pizza Party podcast. So what's up, guys?
honored to be here. I'm so honored. This has been great.
Fuck you guys.
Thank you so much for having me on. Appreciate it.
I'm gonna fire whoever booked you.
Ah, shucks.
Would you rather gain the knowledge of any book by touch or gain the skills of any person you touch?
Skills.
Skills.
Man, knowledge.
It's a hard one.
That is a hard.
It
one
is
for
a
me,
hard
like-
one, but I can still read in my interpretation of this scenario.
Yeah, but you could just touch it and you could just the vast amount of knowledge you could have.
Yeah, but actions speak louder than words.
What if you accidentally touch like Justin, and you got his skills
He's-
now?
Well, I already know how to masturbate, so I don't know what else I can learn.
He doesn't either because he
comes
gets
with instructions.
yeah. So he has to get
These pointy
instructions. He
elbows are
doesn't know
good
how
for
to do it.
something. Let me tell you.
I don't know. I think I'd want to do the book.
No, because I mean, like, dude, just think of like any like martial artist,
Okay.
Yeah,
and
but I could read
musician.
enough books about it.
And then do what, Keith? Actions speak louder than
Okay,
words.
But I'd
you'll
already know how to do it,
You'll
so I can
know the
practice.
No, 'cause you're
knowledge of how to
freaking- then
learn.
You're just an internet
that
dude.
skill.
Typing, hey, I'm gonna fight you,
and
buddy.
you're saving a
and
lot
you're
of
not
time
doing
by
it.
not having to read the book, so you can use the time to apply that
Hey,
knowledge
I'm gonna fight you, buddy.
gain that skill.
What do they call it? Keyboard warriors.
Yeah.
That's what they call it.
Hey,
You guys didn't catch
gonna
that.
fight you. Anyway, do we got a draft?
No. So
Yes.
hold on.
Oh,
I was still
excuse
diving
me.
into this.
Oh,
So-
I'm sorry.
I'm going book because
I'm going book.
Because I'm gonna be like, hey, buddy, you want to fight?
hey guys, can I podcast?
What the fuck was that laugh?
I thought somebody had a fucking duck or like one of those like.
I thought Todd's chair was squeaking.
So, yeah, that too. I was like, I don't know. That was something.
Can I explain my answer now?
Go ahead.
How do you interpret what that author thought?
He said you can only
Okay,
touch
you can
fiction
retain
books.
you can retain any knowledge from any book by touching it. So there's several advantages to that. Yeah, you may not gain the skill that you have by somebody that you want to gain the skill of by touching them, right? But you can gain the knowledge by reading a book about what they do, and you are not only now do you have the knowledge to learn that skill yourself, but you're also saving time because you're not reading the book about it. You already know the knowledge. Now you can apply it to practicing that skill.
So if I wanted
So-
to learn about engineering, and I can just learn those engineering books real quick, right?
Yes.
And then you can practice it.
Or I could just touch an engineer.
Yes. But
Yes. Okay.
No,
But-
no, no,
but-
no.
hold
So
on, hold
you're
on.
getting his skills, not
but
his knowledge.
You could touch the engineer.
No, in
and
my
know how to
interpretation,
engineer, or-
that doesn't make
and
sense.
have the
I get
ability
his
to
knowledge in
engineer,
my
but you don't know how to
You're getting the
fucking
skills,
engineer.
not the knowledge.
And well,
Hey.
when I talk to
Okay,
the author,
okay, listen to Chris real quick.
So I think you could really fucking do some damage in a library for about 8 hours and
Yeah.
learn a fuckload of shit.
It's
Um, all the instructions.
that's what I was gonna
I
try
could
to get
repair.
out, but I couldn't do it.
You'd have instructions on everything.
Yeah.
But for real,
you could
though, I
teach
mean,
the rest of us too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
he reads the books, you touch him.
Oh man. See?
So
I'm just
you
gonna
have
go
to
up
get
to the library.
his skills.
Just call you all you guys nerds. I'm like nerds. You just read that book?
Yeah,
Nerd touch. Like,
I don't
oh my
claim to
God.
be the best at masturbating, so I wouldn't touch Justin at all.
Hey, as long as you're good enough for yourself, that's all that
What
matters.
happens if he touches you?
You guys do.
Who? Then we wash our hands.
Okay.
What do you?
I'm just, playing devil's advocate here.
Anyway,
Do we have another one? Or is it the drafty time?
draft time.
Cool. What are we drafting?
Base players.
Players, yeah.
Oh god.
Oh yeah.
Chris or Keith, do you have your
Chris
your
or Keith?
phony
Ian
phone?
Grishka.
Oh god. You want me to hold
Am
on?
I? Who's starting?
Let me make a list.
How many we doing?
3.
3.
3.
Ian.
3 in.
Oh yeah. From
Keith.
what band, Keith?
Newfound
Justin,
glory.
Todd, Chris. I almost forgot my name.
Is it whose turn is it?
I went first.
Yeah. So
So me, Flea. I'm going Flea.
Flea. Dang it, that's a good one.
Right?
So I'll just go with I'll go with the popular one. I'll go with Mark Hoppus from Blink 182.
That was on my list, you dick.
Like I wasn't going to pick that.
Yeah,
Like you I'm surprised you didn't peek.
I thought it was Pete Wentz.
Yeah, hang on,
Wentz,
hang on, hang
Because
on.
Pete Wentz isn't my
No,
favorite
hold
bass
on.
player, but he is one of my favorite
Did Todd
songwriters.
just go first?
No,
I did.
I went third.
Okay, Keith, who was yours?
Ian
Ian who?
Grishka.
Okay, from
Yeah,
where?
that's why I said Newfound glory.
Newfound Glory.
Okay. All right, and Justin?
I went with Flea.
Flea. Oh, that's loud.
Yeah, it is.
Your mom's loud.
Oh,
Is she?
goodness.
Todd, and who did you pick?
Mark Hoppus from Blink.
Chris, you be like Chris Cornell on the bass.
That's exactly who I was gonna say. No, I'm going Les Claypool from Primus.
Ah, dang.
Okay.
Yep, that's a good one.
So we're just doing favorite bass players, right? So
I'm just picking some good
yeah, I'm
ones.
going with Kenny Vasoli.
Starting line?
Yeah,
Yeah. Good choice.
thank you.
I don't think he's like the best bass player.
No, but he's like, I want him in my
but
band.
he does what he needs to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I said we're picking
He's
favorites.
got the look.
You know,
He's got the look, because it's not always about the music, because it's also the entertainment industry.
that's true.
Yep.
Okay. Justin.
I'm spacing. I'll go ahead and go Pete Wentz anyway. Just because I'm spacing. He's
You
not
literally
my-
have your phone to Google any answer you want.
I didn't have enough time.
My phone, Hey, my phone auto-corrected to Pete Wentzville. All right,
Hilarious.
Todd.
For this one, I'm going to go with Matt Freeman, who's the bass player for Rancid.
Okay, so hold on. All right.
Man,
Let's see.
Are you all right? there,
Yeah,
buddy?
I'm looking. I'm gonna
Oh,
go.
for your pick. I
Yeah.
thought you were still typing. I'm like,
I'm gonna go Getty Lee from Rush.
dang. think you're gonna win this one, dude.
Probably not.
You already picked Les Claypool and Getty Lee, so like, it's game over, man.
All right. Keith.
But even though I'm picking actual punk rock bass players, so to be fair,
Yeah, I'm not. I'm just.
Chris is kind of going his Chris Cornell route.
Yeah, right.
Yes, Josh Martin,
From
Wonder Years.
Okay.
Just picking my favorite bands.
You said Josh Martin.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
All right, Justin.
I'm going Nicole Rowe from Panic at the Disco.
I didn't think anybody was in Panic at the Disco.
She was their last documented bass player. And she they picked her up because she was like really popular on like social media, like just doing bass videos and stuff like that. And she's like really talented with it. So
There's somebody in my head a minute ago that I was like, I bet Justin picks.
that was a pretty Justin response to what he just picked.
Yeah, but there's somebody else that's more obvious, and I can't think.
what do you mean?
I don't know. I'm
Like a more
think,
Justin
like-
response
yeah.
to what he had.
You're thinking something like
Like the Justin response he had was an A, but you have an A plus Justin response out there.
I don't know if it's A plus, but like there was
Johnny
one out there.
Christ or something? Avenged Sevenfold?
Oh no,
Oh, I figured you'd had that.
now I don't know.
Because that would have been on my list too. Pretty damn good bass player. He can slap the bass. Oh, also honorable mention Todd Duckett of the Cinema Story.
Haha.
Hold on. Who did you say, Justin?
Todd Duckett.
No, you said
No.
Nicole Rowe. Who did you say, Todd?
Win.
He hasn't gone
Your-
yet.
Oh, your last one.
Is my turn?
Yep.
Oh well. By golly gee whiz, Mike Herrera
Ooh,
from
shit.
MXPX.
Yeah.
How do you spell his name? Mike.
MIKE, and then space.
I think he was also picked for frontman.
I got it. Carrera.
Herrera.
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 Herrera. Herrera.
Hilarious.
Oh, God.
Well, I was gonna go with Mike Dirnt of Green Day.
Hold on. Who's he from?
That was on my list too.
MX.
Huh?
MX.
MX.
PX.
Oh, MXPX. Yeah. All right. I'm going Hunter Shepard from Soundgarden.
That's
Which is actually Chris Cornell in the mask on the bass.
It is. Actually, it's Eddie Vedder. Believe it or not.
I like Pearl Jam though. I like Eddie Vedder. I like his solo stuff too.
Yeah.
It's good
That's
stuff.
the draft.
All right, and that's a draft.
That's a draft.
And that's a wrap.
That's a draft.
That is
Thanks for tuning in to the GSTN podcast tonight.
So yeah, thanks for listening
All things music and chest hair.
today. We have a merch store. Go get it. And check out everything that we got going on.
Yeah,
We
you
got
Justin's
okay.
podcast.
We
June-
will have a
Hey.
website soon.
June
June-
21st. June 21st. We have basically what is it called? The Battle of the Barn.
Yeah.
It's at the Four Towns Brewing. Justin's gonna go up against DJ Buchanan, Tiffany Wright, and who else? Dale
Dale
Stotler.
Stoller.
Yeah, from Vulgar Display, TV
competing
Joe
for
Show,
tips.
and
To see who's
And
the
if you
best.
have ever, if
And
you
all the money's going to the barn
And-
to help.
if you've
us
listened to
and
our
everyone
episode
else
with
at the
Bill,
network.
you know this man knows what goes into Bill old fashioned.
oh yeah, yeah. So so Tom Abel from the Lunch Lady Food Truck and Catering, and myself from Fired. We will be guest chefing in Tom's truck at the
What are you guys gonna make?
Top Secret.
Like you don't have a menu, or is it like themed, or
I think we're gonna do just one item.
yeah?
In variations of that item.
So to like we pick like, hey, I want
So
Tom to
Taco Bell.
make it, or I want Chris to make it.
Honestly, I think we're both just gonna do cooking for tips. I don't really think it's like a cook-off. It's called a cook-off, but
Bobby Flay won't be there.
he might show up in Park Hills, Missouri at Four Towns Brewing on a.
Can I be
Saturday.
Bobby Flay?
It's
You can beat the fuck out of him if you
it's
want. I don't care.
probable
No,
that
not
he
beat
will.
him.
Oh.
Fuck out of him.
I want to
What's
beat
that?
him.
It's probable that he'll show up. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously the
I mean-
odds are.
I mean, it's not.
I mean, they have ice cream next door.
yeah. So obviously he's pretty much there. We just
And-
can't-
I mean, there's not a 0% chance.
There's
Two-
not.
Two other
No.
things I want to plug
There
is we were supposed to shut up. We were supposed to be interviewing Glimmers tonight before the show, and it was rescheduled for Saturday. So that one actually will be solo with me. I'll be interviewing Maggie Schneider from Glimmers, so I'll go live on that. So check that out. And then I will also be at the Raging Rooster every Thursday night between 7:30 and 9. doing Extreme Bar Bingo. So come hang out.
Barbie go?
Bar Bingo.
Barbie go.
Grab a drink and play some games. Win some money.
Hey, real quick. Be on the lookout for our Anberlin, I believe, is dropping tomorrow.
Yes.
Our interview with Christian from Anberlin, that was a lot of fun. Yellow Card is coming in the future. We did that today, so a lot of cool stuff coming.
Notes for Hope
As
is coming up
always,
in a few months.
yeah, hit that
September
like and
21st,
subscribe
right?
button.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Smash that like button.
Another Cinema Story show is
I
in the
think
works.
we're playing with a lot of bands that day.
What day?
The Notes for Hope day.
Dress to Kill is playing.
With some bands that I don't know if those are just typos or if those are actually the names of the band.
Nah, those are the names of the bands.
Okay.
Why?
So
Which one?
I'm not going to say them on.
All right. So anyway, Dress to Kill, which is our Dress to Kill, which is our newfound glory cover band, we'll be playing Notes for Hope. Yeah,
Man, I hope.
it's gonna be great. That's gonna be after our first show, which is the Almost Warped Tour, which is with Blink, Yellow Card.
I haven't met the other members yet.
Yeah, next Saturday, Todd. We're fucking 6 months away, and we got
I
Hunter.
guess we do got
so it's okay.
well, that's
But
so, yeah.
and if you're in, October, we're playing again.
we are.
Yeah, we have we're gonna re-release our
band?
album, The Cinema Story.
Cool.
Gonna
Come see
re-release
us.
our album. Straight on till morning, comes out again, straight to DVD.
Hell yeah.
Hey, when is the next?
Oh, EP comes out soon.
When's that?
May 31st.
And what's that stand for again?
Extended play.
Extended play.
Extended play.
Okay.
6 songs, I think. I can't remember. 2 you've heard. One you're gonna hear soon. Actually, if you listen to the Park Hills Radio, Underground Radio, you can hear our single "The Laughing Heart," which is
Oh.
not out yet, but it is.
Definitely go
Hey,
check out the Underground
Can
Radio.
you help me send some of my music in?
I would love to.
Oh, and also check out live on Saturday the Underground live sessions.
Back
I'll
at it,
be
yeah.
getting interviewed by Kyle on his show. So
It's kind of like the casting couch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's so like I don't
Yeah.
think he.
Lots of plugs.
Yep.
yeah, it is.
When is our next closest show that we are performing,
The Cinema Story.
or whatever other bands that we're doing?
The next closest show would be in St. Louis on August
Wow. Okay, so we do got some time.
something, and that's Dress to Kill.
We don't have one for Cinema Story.
Not locally.
Not
next Cinema Story one is being planned right now for
June.
It's in
October.
Chicago.
That's in June.
Yeah,
Okay, well that's a lot closer than August. Why didn't you say that one? I asked when the closest.
because
one was.
that's in Chicago.
That still doesn't mean I need to practice.
Oh, I'm
What-
sorry. I don't
that
know.
doesn't change the
Oh, you
fact-
said when's
guys.
the
Thank
closest
you for
one?
tuning into another episode of the
You
Pop
weren't
Punk
invited.
Pizza Party podcast, live from the Barn Studio, presented by Pop Punk AF. And
Jesus.
thank
Yes.
you, Internet.